You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon.
Welcome to Bowie Baysox Baseball. It's time now for the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show.
It's the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show from Akron, Ohio. We're getting set for Game 1 in this 7-game series between the Akron Rubber Ducks and your Bowie Baysox. So glad you're with us. Matt Sabatis with you from Canal Park here in Akron, as Bowie is one of the hottest teams in minor league baseball right now, and that's not even an understatement. Bowie actually is the hottest team in minor league baseball right now. An 8-game winning streak for the Baysox is the longest active streak in the minor leagues, and they hope to continue it today as they open this 7-game and 6-day stretch against the Guardians AA affiliate. As we get rolling with today's game, let's open you up with the numbers for today's contest. Bowie comes in for game number 102 on the season, a 51-50 record. As mentioned, an 8-game winning streak, 9-1 over their last 10 games, 23-28 when playing on the road. And Akron comes in for game number 101 on the season, a 55-45 record, a 3-game winning streak for the Ducks as they split a 6-game series with Altoona on the road last week. Akron is 7-3 over their last 10, 29-22 when playing at home, and they have been on a bit of a jump back now here in the second half. Akron missed winning the first half title by 1 game. They finished the first half tied with Richmond in the Southwest Division, but Richmond had the head-to-head record, so they picked up the tiebreaker and earned the first half berth, and their 4-11 start Akron in the second half really didn't help their chances at making a run for the second half berth. But since they started 4-11, Akron has gone 11-5, and that has really turned their luck around. That is the second best record in the league over that span. But Bowie, in that same span, in which Akron has gone 11-5, is 13-3. They lead the league in that span. It's been the late game work to keep Akron competitive lately. Out of their 11 wins on this current stretch, 4 of them have been by 1 run, and 4 of them have been by 2 runs. So this could be a tightly contested series, but of course Bowie has come in with a lot of big blowout wins over the last few days, not only against Harrisburg, but with a couple of big blowout wins against Altoona as well. Remember, while Bowie scored 60 runs over their 6-game series with Harrisburg last week, they scored 56 runs with Altoona in that 6-game series the week prior. Bowie comes in with a 24-8 record in the second half. That is the highest winning percentage, the best record in minor league baseball since the start of the second half. It's tied with the Yankees' AAA affiliate, Scranton-Wilkes-Barre, as Akron comes in with a 15-16 record in the second half. Akron is third place in the Southwest Division. They are 8.5 games behind Bowie already in the second half standings. But these two teams will still see plenty before the season wraps up. Of the final 37 games that Bowie has left in the season, imagine that, there's only 37 games left in this season, 13 of them will be played at this ballpark. So Bowie and Akron better get used to seeing each other. This is going to be a very important series, not only this week, but the final week of the regular season as well, when Bowie is up here against the Ducks. Erie is still in second place behind Bowie, as the Baysox lead the Southwest Division, of course. Erie is 21-11, the only other team in the Eastern League with 20 wins in this half. Erie is 3 games out of first place. Your starting pitching matchup for today's game, Jaime Arias will go for Akron, while Drew Rahm will go for Bowie. Now, opening with Rahm, a 7-1 record of 4.05 ERA, he had the clunker of starts for Bowie in the Harrisburg series. 3 2/3 innings, 4 runs, 3 earned. It was 2 consecutive starts for Rahm in which he had allowed 4 runs, and that's the only time this season that he'd actually had that happen. He'd only allowed 3 runs in consecutive starts once all season as well. It was just a little bit of long at-bats. Harrisburg did have plenty of guys just fouling off pitches constantly in that series. Bowie was racking up strikeouts at a pretty nominal rate. They weren't walking too many batters, but they were just getting buried on foul balls so often that Rahm was kind of the biggest casualty of that attack from Harrisburg, as he only finished 3 2/3. So it'll be on Rahm today to just kind of try and miss the bats. Of course, that deep arsenal of his does help into that possibility. It's just going to be on how he and Maverick Handley, as battery mates today, approach to using what's available at what times and what might work best for situations. Maybe not, as always, as we mentioned, show too much of the hand when it comes to Rahm's deep arsenal. See if he can maybe save a couple of good, nasty pitches for a second trip, maybe even a third trip through the order. On the other side, it'll be Jaime Arias going for Akron. He's been a bouncing arm in the Guardians organization this year after spending most of his debut season in 2021 with low single-A. He started this season with 3 relief appearances at high A, but then jumped all the way up to triple-A for a spot start, making his debut there before appearing in a game with Akron. He spent a month with Akron starting in mid-May and then moved back to high A until the end of July with another spot appearance at AAA thrown in, but mostly with high A. And then he finally returned to Akron at the end of July, and he's been here since. An 0-1 record of 4.83 in 9 games, 7 starts. He's made 2 starts and allowed 6 runs in 9 1/3 innings since returning at the end of July. So Bowie could maybe get him because he's been giving up a lot of contact to Arias. He's allowed 2 home runs and only struck out 5 batters in those 9 1/3 innings. So that's going to be where Bowie needs to do a lot of their work today. See if they can get those home runs. This is another big outfield that hopefully Bowie can maybe make something with the alleys to pick up a big W today. It would be their 9th consecutive win. We've got plenty to come here on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. When we return, we have our weekly chat with the skipper. Kyle Moore is our guest next. We hear his thoughts on how the last week went for the Baysox. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Celebrate your Chesapeake pride on Friday, August 19th as the Baysox host Maryland's Baytoberfest at Prince George's Stadium. All things Maryland presented by Royal Farms with an upcoming special Baytoberfest beer stein and ticket package available. And with a big chance to celebrate all things Maryland, it wouldn't be complete without your very own Maryland flag-designed Baysox hat with Adley Rutschman and his number 35 patched on the side. It's the Maryland Baytoberfest and the Adley Rutschman hat giveaway Friday, August 19th at Prince George's Stadium. So get your tickets at baysox.com.
Ever Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the D.C. area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
Rolling back in on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show, getting set for the opener of this 7-game series between Bowie and Akron. Going to be a long week at Canal Park, but Bowie, well, they're coming in with all the momentum to get it done. As we sit down for our weekly chat with the skipper, Kyle Moore. First off, welcome back. You took 4 days off to spend a little time with your family, celebrate your wife on a big accomplishment that she had made, and get the family reset back at home in Sarasota. So just glad to have you back. But how was the overall trip, just in general?
Yeah, no, it was awesome. I mean, I think it was really important for my girls to see what my wife did and what she had accomplished. So we were able to take a family trip and went all the way out to Houston and then back to Sarasota, the beautiful Sarasota, settled them in. Got to take my daughter the first day of preschool. So it was a bunch of milestones and a bunch of big days for my family. But really happy to be back. Going to miss them, but really happy to be back with the club.
Yeah, because this club is playing well right now. 8-game winning streak right now. It's the longest active win streak in minor league baseball, and they've been doing everything right. Pitching is on fire. Hitting is mind-blowing. 9 runs in the first inning yesterday, part of an 18-1 clobbering. Could you pinpoint maybe one specific thing that's doing right, or is it just everything falling into place at the right time based on what's been the culmination of a great season of coaching from you and your staff?
Yeah, no, thank you for that. I think we have done a really nice job altogether. I think Josh Conway has done a phenomenal job. I think the first thing that jumps off the page to me is just how much better our pitching staff has gotten. Mm-hmm. In May, we got clobbered. We got a lot better in June. We got a lot better in July. And now we find ourselves in August with this is kind of what the minor league season is supposed to be like. Just a lot of really small improvements every day. And now we're finally starting to see some of them pay off. And I guess Tim DeJohn's just the greatest manager of all time. So he thinks this is easy because he got out there and went 18-1 and 8-0 and 5-4. So no, just kidding. But the guys did a great job. Obviously while I was gone, but team's playing great.
Yeah. So there's a couple of different ways that the team could be pinpointing a lot of these things. Colton Cowser and Connor Norby really seem to be just such great sparks at this point. Norby had leadoff home runs in 2 of the 6 games against Harrisburg. Cowser is still hitting darn near 350 at this point, coming up on 31 games at the AA level. What are you seeing from them? It doesn't really seem like that they've had any sort of issue adjusting to that AA level, and they're just playing to what the Orioles found in them when they picked them up.
No doubt. I mean, I think you could even argue that they've both been better here than they were at the last level, which is just a testament to them and how skillful they are. I think they're facing some good arms, but right at the top of the lineup for us, they've kind of risen to the challenge a little bit because we challenge them not only by promoting them to AA, but also by me hitting them at the top of the lineup, yes. and they've responded really well to that challenge. So obviously they both have some things they got to work on that we go over with them all the time, but for the most part, I've just been really happy with their focus and their general intensity every day during practice to sort of prepare for what they know is going to be a big challenge.
Among the top guys in the lineup, it's Norby, then Cowser batting 1 and 2, and then a lot of the times Joey Ortiz batting 3rd. What's got to be next for Ortiz? 15-game hitting streak at this point. He's still hitting above 400 since the start of July. What's next in his development, you think?
Yeah, I mean, Joey's a super solid defender. I mean, he's one of the best shortstops, if not the best shortstop in our organization in the minor leagues. I think Joey just needs to stack up as many AA at bats as he can, and this is kind of the season we thought he was going to have. So yeah. I think it's really difficult to have a second half as good as he's having after having the first half where nothing really went his way. Yeah. And so I think it's just a year for him where I don't know that there's something that he has to just completely come in here and do specifically. I just think that the growth and development of him getting like 500 double A at bats is irreplaceable. So he's got to stay on the field. He's got to play shortstop every day. And I think Cleveland has really good arms. These guys have really good arms. So as we see another Cleveland, another Somerset, good clubs, I think Joey, at the end of his year, it's going to be important for him to finish strong because, in the big leagues, they play a full month pretty much after we get done. So I think just the length and longevity of his season is something that he's going to have to tackle.
Yeah. You talk about Ortiz being one of the best in the organization, especially when it comes to defensively. If we got to pivot a little bit to talking about the best. New prospect rankings yesterday, Baseball America rating Gunnar Henderson as the top prospect in all of baseball. It's been such an incredible jump for him around the start of the year. I think he was ranked in the mid-50s for overall minor league baseball, but now he just leads the pack. And I've been saying it already, and I feel like you can agree. If you watched him this season, it seems pretty obvious.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, we all knew he was going to make a big jump. I don't know that any of us saw him going from 50-something to 1, but Gunnar's proven it. I mean, if you look at his minor league numbers from Double-A up, they're as good as anybody who's really done it in a while. So it's earned, and I think he's a really exciting player. I know we filled out that thing the other day, and I had him as the most exciting player in Double-A or in the Eastern League, but I think he's probably the most exciting player when he was in Double-A. Yeah. And the thing I'll say about Gunny is he's just so physical. He just kind of pretty much just this physicality was just different than everybody else in this league. So usually when you get those guys like that and you just give them opportunity, it ends up turning into Gunnar, but you don't see many players like that usually. So anyway, just proud of Gunnar. You know, Gunnar came to us in Aberdeen last year and went over his first 31. And I'll never forget that. And there will be a time in Gunnar's life, again, when he struggles. He hadn't struggled in a long time. But I just think it was so important for me and all our young coaches, including myself, to see a guy come up and struggle and then sort of see the journey that he's taken from going 0-for-31 in high A ball to the number 1 prospect in the world. I think is a phenomenal journey. And truly it's been just a real pleasure for me to watch and see him grow and see what he's turned into because sometimes I'd be like, man, I can't believe it. I can't believe how much better he got in such a short period of time. Even though he was super physical, it's just like, man, Gunny's good. So happy for him. Still a prospect. Really hoping for him to be really good in the big leagues.
Well, again, it's probably a pretty big testament to what you do in your role and what you draw from your coaching staff since he spent most of 21 with you and then the first half of 22 here with you, Kyle. Thank you so much for the time. Always appreciate it.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
We're wrapping things up here with Kyle Moore on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. We'll step aside, be back in a bit. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Are you interested in beginning or expanding on a career in the pipe fitting, pipe welding, or HVAC service industry? Are you interested in a career path that will set you up for life without experiencing any college debt? If you are interested in these things and you live in the DC area, the Steamfitters UA Local 602 Apprenticeship Program is the best choice for you. For more information about our apprenticeship program and how to apply, please visit steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org.
Hey kids, the Baysox Futures Club is the best way to be a fan of the Baysox, and it's completely free for kids ages 3 through 12. Futures Club members get access to special members-only events, discount ticket offers, and free gifts for just signing up. Parents, head over to Baysox.com to sign up your kids, so don't miss out on all the promotions and giveaways at Prince George's Stadium this season and next. The Baysox Futures Club. Sign up now at Baysox.com.
Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
One final time to Canal Park here in Akron as we get ready to wrap up the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. Matt Sabatas with you from Ohio as We're just about to get to the national anthem in a bit. We'll get you a couple of quick roster updates first. As Bowie and the Baltimore Orioles have released J.D. Mundy, the infielder will take a new step into his baseball journey, and we wish him best of luck wherever that may take him. And they've also reinstated Kobe Mayo from the injured list. Mayo will be in the lineup today, batting 6th as the DH. We step aside now. When we return, we bring you first pitch and all the play-by-play. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Fielder's Choice Flex Packs with the Bowie Baysox. The best value to see the best games at Prince George's Stadium. You could save up to 30% on your selected seat from day one and enjoy a number of exclusive member benefits, including flexible exchange options, discounts on suite rentals, special access to the Diamond View restaurant, and a free members collectible at your first home game of the year. Get your pack now by calling 301-464-4865 or heading online to baysox.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
It's time for Bowie Baysox Baseball. The Baysox are the AA affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles. Coverage of the 2022 Bowie Baysox season is brought to you by Chesapeake Employers Insurance, DCA Imaging Systems, On the Green, Patient First, Royal Farms, Smile Doctors, and ZY Pyrotechnics. And now, live from the ballpark, it's time for Bowie Baysox Baseball.
We're ready to go from Canal Park here in Akron, Ohio. It's game 1 of a 7-game series between the Akron Rubber Ducks and your Bowie Baysox. Glad you're with us. Matt Sabatis with you from, well, the rubber capital of the world, as they like to call it, from Canal Park here in downtown Akron. And as Jaime Arias gets set to warm on the mound for the Rubber Ducks, the starting lineup for the Baysox that he'll face looks like this. Leading off at second base, you've got Connor Norby, followed by Colton Cowser in center field, batting second. Joey Ortiz is the shortstop. He's batting third. Hudson Haskin in left field bats fourth. Cesar Prieto is at third base. He's batting fifth. Kobe Mayo is the designated hitter. He bats sixth. John Rhodes is in right field today. He's batting seventh. Maverick Hanley, the catcher, bats eighth. And Toby Welk will be at first base today, batting ninth. The Baysox are the AA affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles. They're managed by Kyle Moore, assisted by Brandon Becker, Josh Conway, Tim DeJohn, Billy Facto, and Chandler Geller. Calvin Christensen is the video coordinator. Lindsey Birchfield and Blake Wooten are the athletic trainers. Bowie is 51-50 on the season, a 8-game winning streak, the longest active win streak in minor league baseball at the moment. They're 9-1 over their last 10 and 23-28 when playing on the road. Bowie is 24-8 in the second half. That is tied for the best record in all of minor league baseball since the start of the second half. And again, the Bowie lineup features Norby, Cowser, Ortiz, Haskin, Prieto, Mayo, Rhodes, Hanley, Welk, all to face off against Jaime Arias on the mound for Akron. As right-hander Connor Norby digs in. Norby on the season hitting .277 with a .936 OPS in 30 games played as the left-hander Arias kicks high, fires home, and it's called a strike. Fastball on the bottom edge of the zone. It's 0-1, and we're underway at 6:36 p.m. on a 75-degree, mostly cloudy day here at Canal Park in Akron. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Fastball down, and the count goes to 0-2. As Norby, he has 7 doubles and a triple this season, 8 home runs, 15 runs batted in. He had a pair of leadoff home runs to open 2 different games last week. Next pitch sprayed foul the other way as the count remains at no balls and 2 strikes. Canal Park here in Akron, Ohio is 400 feet down the line to straightaway, or 400 feet to straightaway center field. You can't see down the lines to both left and right field here at this ballpark as the next pitch is swung on and popped foul, right side. Running down on it is the right fielder, but it'll get to the netting right side, and the count stays at 0-2. I'm not positive off the top of my head just how deep it is in right center field. They don't have it listed anywhere, and again, you can't see it. They've got enough stands cutting their way into foul territory that it just takes away those corners from the view. So we wait on another 0-2 offering to Norby. Here it is. Breaking ball misses down and inside, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Well, they've also got a pitch speed section on the video board. It's a very nice video board in right center field, but the pitch speed is not working. 1-2 pitch. Fouled off back to the screen again by Norby, but at least he's staying alive early on this one. That was the 5th pitch of the plate appearance. Norby has fouled off 3 of them so far. As the infield plays deep. Ankles from the middle infielders on the grass. 1-2 pitch, grounded over to short. Nearly overrunning it at first. Brian Rocchio recovers, stops, makes the catch, and fires it over to first in time. 6-3 putout. And Norby is retired to open the game. That's only the 3rd time that's happened in about a week and a half. Rest of the defense for Akron from left to right in the outfield. You've got Quentin Holmes, Chris Roller, and John Kenzie Noel. Daniel Schneeman is at third base. Brian Rocchio is at shortstop. Jose Tena is at second base, Micah Pries at first, and Brian Lavastida catches behind the plate for Jaime Arias on the mound. First pitch to Colton Cowser, misses down and away, and the count starts out at 1-0. 355 average for Colton Cowser, an 11.22 OPS in 30 games played. As the 1-0 comes home, and Cowser watches it called for a strike at the knees. Count runs even at a ball and a strike. 7 doubles, no triples for Colton. 8 home runs, 24 runs batted in. As they have a very mild shift on for him. Third base is playing in on the baseline. Next pitch. Called a strike in the lower outside corner. And the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes now on Cowser. Jaime Arias, a 6-foot, 200-pound, 23-year-old left-hander from Woodland, California. Fires the 1-2, and Cowser fouls it off over to the on-deck circle for Bowie right side. Count stays at a ball and 2 strikes. Oh, now the pitch speed is working. It was a changeup at 85. Arias has bounced around the Guardians organization. He's pitched at 3 of the 4 full-season affiliates this season, all of them except for low single-A. As another 1-2 comes in, and Cowser swings and misses on a fastball up and away for strike 3. Good pitch from Arias out of the zone, and 2 quick outs, including his first strikeout to start the day. Umpiring crew for today's game sees Tim Detweiler over at third base. Gabe Alfonso is at first base, and Louis Krupa is the crew chief. He's calling the balls and strikes behind home plate. So here's Joey Ortiz. First pitch misses down and in. Count starts out at 1-0. 268 average for Ortiz this season, a 771 OPS in 93 games. As the next offering is a curveball called for strike in the lower inside corner. Count runs even at a ball and a strike. 22 doubles, 4 triples, 11 home runs, 59 runs batted in. 1-1. Ortiz knuckles it into the air, shallow right. John Kenzie Noel ranging over toward the foul line. He gets there to make the catch. Well, a rarity, but I suppose Bowie used up a lot of their first inning work on Sunday when they scored 9 runs. They go down in order today in the top of the first. And as we move to the bottom of the frame, it's Bowie nothing, Akron coming on up. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
When your commercial plumbing project calls for a job done safely and on time, then your job calls for the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Local 5 will always deliver the most skilled and well-trained plumbing craftsmen in the DMV. If you're a contractor who needs safe jobs done well, you need the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Start your partnership with them today. Visit local5plumbers.org. That's local5plumbers.org.
At Luminous Health, we want you to feel your best. This summer, take the time to catch up on your annual health screenings. Visit us at our Anne Arundel Medical Center, Doctors Community Medical Center, or one of our primary care offices in your neighborhood. At Luminous Health, you are the MVP. Learn more at luminoushealth.org.
Well, the Bowie Baysox went down in order in the top of the first inning, so it'll be on Drew Rahm to try and do the same to the Akron Rubber Ducks here in the bottom of the first. Matt Sabatis with you from Canal Park. So glad you're with us. And as Rahm warms in the mound for Bowie, the starting lineup for the Rubber Ducks that he'll face looks like this. Leading off at second base, you've got Jose Tena, followed by Brian Rocchio at shortstop, batting second. Brian Lavastida is the catcher. He bats third. Mike Capriz is at first base, batting fourth. John Kenzie Noel is in right field. He's batting fifth. Chris Roller, the center fielder, bats sixth. Daniel Schneemann is at third base. He's batting seventh. Quentin Holmes in left field bats eighth. And Angel Lopez is the designated hitter, batting ninth. Akron is the AA affiliate of the Cleveland Guardians, managed by Ruglis Odor, assisted by Owen Dew, Junior Betances, Mike Mergenthaler, and Juan De La Cruz. Jacob Ligon is the athletic trainer. Akron is 55-45, 15-16 in the second half. And again, their lineup features Tano, Rocchio, Lavastida, Prees, Noel, Roller, Schneemann, Holmes, Lopez, all to face off against Drew Rahm. As Rahm kicks and fires the first pitch to the left-hander Tena, it's a fastball called for strike in the upper outside corner at 92, 0-1 to open up. 266 average for Tena and a 698 OPS and 89 games played for Akron this year, as the next offering from Rahm is swung on and lifted out toward right center field and deep, since Cowser, running back, still going to the warning track. He leaps and makes the catch. Crashes up against the wall on an over-the-shoulder grab, and Cowser with a web gem to open the day. Never a bad start when Colton Cowser, or really any of the Bowie outfielders, get going. They've got one of the best crews in the Eastern League right now, and Drew Rahm makes sure to point out Cowser and thank him for his dutiful work. Rest of the defense for Bowie, from left to right in the outfield, you've got Hudson Haskin, then Colton Cowser, and John Rhodes. Cesar Prieto at third, Joey Ortiz at short, Connor Norby at second, and Toby Welk at first. Maverick Handley is the catcher, and the first pitch to Brian Rocchio is called for a strike on the bottom edge of the zone. It's 0-1. Handley, the catcher, for Drew Rahm on the mound. Left-hander against the switch hitter Rocchio, batting righty. 0-1 pitch. Fastball misses down and inside, and the count runs even at a ball and a strike. 260 average for Rocchio this season, a 781 OPS and 87 games played, 18 doubles and a triple, 12 home runs, 42 runs batted in. They play him a little bit hard on the pull side as the next pitch misses wide. Count runs to 2 balls and a strike on Rocchio. Drew Rahm, 6'2", 170-pound, 22-year-old left-hander from Cincinnati, Ohio, fires the 2-1, misses up and away. Count goes to 3 balls and a strike. So he's pitching in his home state. Not necessarily too close to his hometown, of course, but, I mean, hey, at least his driver's license is accurate. As the 3-1 pitch comes home, and it's swung on in line to left, a base hit. And that one was a scorcher, but it'll be picked up by Hudson Haskin, holding Rocchio to just a single. Rocchio needed that one after going hitless in back-to-back games. But it's the first base runner for either side today, as Rocchio reaches, and now Brian Lavastida will bat. Rahm is 7-1 on the season, a 4.05 ERA in 17 games all starts. 73 and a third innings of work. He struck out 89 batters, walked 24, allowed 9 home runs. Opponents are hitting him for a 275 clip. First pitch into Brian Lavastida is swung on and missed high, a fastball. Count opens up at 0-1. 233 average for Lavastida this season, a 677 OPS in 16 games played. 2 doubles, a triple, 2 homers, 6 runs batted in. As Rahm holds and fires the 0-1, it's swung on and missed high. Good changeup. Count runs to 0-2. So Rocchio is a stolen base threat. There are a handful of them on this lineup for Akron. Mike Capriz, the on-deck batter, has been one of the dangerous ones. But when you've got Maverick Handley, who's got some of the best eyes on the field, as well as the best transfer on the team, and a left-hander on the mound, it should play well, as the 0-2 misses down and inside. Count runs to 1 ball and 2 strikes on Lavastida. Akron finished out a 6-game series split with Altoona. They did win the final 3 games of the series. Tanner Bybee allowed just 1 run in 6 innings. A quality start for his first Double-A win. 1-2 pitch, runner goes, but it's checked on for a called ball, and the throw is a little bit offline. So Rocchio does collect the steal, his 10th of the season. I got caught up a little bit by the home plate umpire making his signal there. And Hanley allows his 28th stolen base this season. He's caught 14. But now a runner in scoring position as the count runs even at 2 on Lavastida with only 1 out. Rahm had a tough time racking up the strikeouts last time out against Harrisburg at F&B Field earlier on this road trip, as the 2-2 pitch is a curveball, misses way outside. Fortunately, Hanley saw it the whole way and didn't let it get past him, but the count runs full. On full counts this season, Rahm has opponents just hitting 129, 18 strikeouts, 11 walks. 3-2, curveball wide, and ball 4. So first and second now with still only 1 out, but a double play ball up for grabs with Micah Prees digging in. Prees has hit into 3 double plays this season. Left-hander hitting .258 with an .848 OPS in 87 games. 21 doubles, 4 triples, 16 homers, 55 runs batted in. But Rahm is coming off of only 3 2/3 innings against Harrisburg last week. That was his shortest start since he also threw 3 2/3 on June 11th against Harrisburg. First pitch called a strike to Prees on a fastball outside edge. It's 0-1. But it's on Rahm to limit some of those long plate appearances. Back-to-back 3-ball counts, of course, doesn't help. 14 pitches so far. As the 0-1 is swung on and bounced slowly to second. Could be the double play, but no, it's too slow. Picked by Connor Norby, and he sends it to first. That's the only way that Bowie can go. Both runners advance as Prees is retired on the productive 4-3 putout, and there's 2 away. So in terms of location, it was the right kind of pitch for a double play ball, but just too good of a pitch that it was hit so slowly. Akron in their home white uniforms today. The stylized rubber ducks on the front side as John Kenzie Noel digs in. The first pitch home is fouled off of his own foot. 0-1 to open. Black caps for Akron today as Bowie wears their alternate orange uniforms with the black block Bowie on the front and the black cap with the orange brim. 206 average for Noel, a 776 OPS in 29 games as the 0-1. Misses up and away, breaking ball, runs the count to a ball and a strike. 3 doubles and a triple for Noel, 9 home runs, 18 runs batted in this season. As Rahm is having to dance out of trouble here in the first inning, second and third, 2 away, a scoreless game. 1-1, fastball down and inside, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Rahm is getting ahead early, though, and then he's falling behind. That's been the problem. He's at a first pitch strike to all 5 batters now, but then Rocchio and Lavastida each work to a 3-ball count. And now Noel is ahead 2-1. Next pitch. There's the curveball called for strike on the lower outside corner. Count runs even at 2. Well-maintained facility here at Canal Park in Akron. They've got the secondary A logo with the tire tread marks behind home plate painted into the grass. As the 2-2 is swung on and floated into center field, a base hit. Just a little sawed-off piece in on the hands. It'll score 2 runs. Rocchio and Lavastida both round and score. John Kenzie Noel a 2 RBI single, and it's 2-0 Akron here in the first. It wasn't even that tough of a pitch. Noel just got it on the right spot. He's got hits in 4 consecutive games now, and he's up to 20 RBI this season. Noel's not even the kind to do it like that. He's the power hitter on this squad. But now Bowie has to dig out of a quick hole. As Chris Roller digs in, first pitch misses high, and it's 1-0 to start. 206 average for Roller this season, a 639 OPS in 53 games, 10 doubles, 2 triples, 4 homers, 21 runs batted in. As the 1-0 misses high, and the count goes to 2-0. 22 pitches so far for Rahm. Really needs him to get out of this inning after this batter. Don't want to have him go up against Daniel Schneeman. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Inside edge, and the count goes to 2-1. Roller is 1 for 1 against Rom this season, does have a walk as well. Rom has already made 2 appearances against the Ducks this year, and he's pitched fine. As the 2-1, swung on and missed, change up and away, and the count runs even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Back in April, Rom tossed 4 innings of 1-run ball, and then mid-July, when Akron was at Prince George's Stadium, tossed 5 innings of 2-run ball, struck out 8, tied a season's high. But so far, Rom has not struck anyone out. This is his 6th batter faced. He's still looking for his first. Runner at first, 2 away, the 2-2. In there, strike 3. Got a fastball in the lower inside corner, and Roller strikes out looking, but not before Akron breaks through first. 2 out, 2 RBI single by John Kenzie Noel. And as we move to the second, it's Akron 2, Bowie nothing. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Well, it's the night that all Orioles fans should have circled on their calendar. Sunday, August 21st, when the Baysox celebrate Birdland. We know you're already loud and proud at Prince George's Stadium, but you don't want to miss this game, as the Baysox will be giving away special mystery autographed items from the 2022 team. The first 750 fans ages 3 and up will receive a mystery autographed item, so be sure to get your tickets fast. Sunday, August 21st, the Birdland celebration. Go to Baysox.com.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
If you own or operate a building or facility, or if you're a general contractor that is located or operates in the D.C. area, there is no doubt that it is important for you to have the best trained and most qualified people working for you. Members of Steamfitters UA Local 602 provide the highest level of HVAC, mechanical, and specialty piping services to the various customers we serve. For more information about the services we provide and for a list of companies you can hire, please visit steamfitters-602.org.
Well, Bowie's already in a hole, and they've got to break out as they trail 2-0 entering the second inning. 4, 5, and 6 set to bat in the Bowie lineup after the Baysox went down in order, ground out, strikeout, flyout in the first. Hudson Haskin will lead off for Bowie against left-hander Jaime Arias, who needed just 14 pitches in his perfect first inning. First pitch in, misses down and inside. Breaking ball starts the count out at 1-0. That's 3 consecutive first pitch balls for Arias. He does have a very quick rhythm and just attacks the zone to get some of the weak contact so far. Next pitch, ripped foul, third base side by Haskin, and the count runs even at 1. 273 average for Hudson Haskin this season, 856 OPS in 78 games played. 20 doubles, 3 triples, 11 home runs, 38 runs batted in. They play him a little bit on the pull side. Haskin has been seeing his pull rate increase a bit lately as the next pitch is pulled foul. Third base side again on the ground. Count to a ball and 2 strikes now. Haskin is up to about 47% on the pull rate for the balls he puts into play this season. Among qualified bats in the active lineup, that does lead. Been a very cloudy day here in Akron. You can see a couple of slivers of blue sky well out past left field. I'd say a bare minimum of at least 5 miles out past left, but we've got heavy clouds and soggy clouds above, but no rain. We don't expect any, as the 1-2 misses high. Change up there, runs the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Haskin himself actually got caught in a pop-up storm last night after going out to dinner with a handful of guys following the off-day spent here in Akron, as the 2-2 pitch is checked on high. No, now they ask for an appeal. He didn't go around. That's the right call as the count runs full. Yeah, Haskin and Cody Roberts, they were just caught in a massive downpour that came through about 8 o'clock last night and caught everyone off guard. Payoff pitch. Haskin grounds it slowly over to the left side. Picked on the run by the shortstop, Rocchio. The throw to first is high, and it gets away, but it's backed up, and Haskin will not advance from the single. It'll just go down as a single as he extends his hit streak to 2 consecutive games and 6 of his last 7. Nope, they're giving that an error. I don't think that's the right call. Haskin was going to beat that out. If the throw was online, timing-wise, it still would have been late, and I imagine that might get looked at the end of the day. But it will be ruled an E6 on Brian Arocchio at first. His 8th error in 46 games at shortstop this season. So now here's Cesar Prieto. First pitch, and he lays down the bunt. Oh, they're always so beautiful. Barehanded by the third baseman, and there's no throw. There's the first base hit. You can't rule that any other way. Cesar Prieto, he's done it again. Breaks out of a small 2-game hitless skid with a bunt single to third, and now it puts tying run on base with no one out here in the top of the second inning. Just something about Cesar and his accuracy with the barrel of that bat on any pitch that comes his way to the zone. If he gets that extra hand just placed properly on the barrel, he can put that ball anywhere. Now here's Kobe Mayo, just his 4th Double-A game after being activated off the injured list earlier today. First pitch, swing and a miss. And he was trying to come back in style as that breaking ball came too far inside. It's 0-1. Mayo just 2 for 12 in his young Double-A career. Does have a home run, 3 runs batted in. As Arias is working out of the stretch for the first time, holds ball in glove but dangles his throwing arm just in front of his waist before snapping set and uprighting on the first base side of the rubber. 0-1, curveball misses wide, and the count runs even at a ball and a strike now. So Mayo had 2 appearances on rehab in the Florida Complex League, and then he played 5 games on rehab with High A Aberdeen. He went 4 for 15 with the Ironbirds as the next pitch is called a strike. Change up on the outside corner, and the count runs to a ball and 2 strikes. Of the 4 hits, all of them went for extra bases. 2 doubles, a triple, a home run. He drove in 7 runs. First and second, no one out. The 1-2 pitch to Mayo is popped foul, right side out of play. Count remains. And Mayo played 3 games with Bowie, appeared in 1 game in July, and then was sidelined onto the injured list with back spasms. And got back at the end of July for the rehab stint, starting with the FCL. Another 1-2 pitch set to come. Here it is. And Mayo pops it up into foul ground, first base side, and right there is Mike Capriz. That was practically a knuckleball off of the bat. How hollow it sounded. As Mayo pops out for the first out of the inning, now John Rhodes will step in. Rhodes hitting .250 in his brief Double-A career, .683 OPS, just 5 games so far. No doubles, a triple, no homers, 4 runs batted in. First pitch tightens him up a little bit on the inside edge. Curveball misses, and the count starts out at 1-0. Rhodes struck out 5 times in the Harrisburg series. He drew 2 walks. They've got him played fairly deep on the left side of the outfield. 1-0. Fouled off, maybe hit off of the catcher's mask. As it goes back to the screen, and the count runs even at a ball and a strike. Well, it sounds like right now that there's some issues with MILB.TV, the television feed. And they're not actually broadcasting or giving access to any live games as the 1-1 misses down and inside. Count goes to 2-1. So if you're tuned into our coverage for that fact, well, welcome. Hopefully you stop by more often. As Bowie is trailing 2-0 here in the top of the second inning, but they have runners at first and second with 1 out. John Rhodes ahead in the count, 2-1, as the next pitch from Arias is grounded foul, third base side. Count runs even at 2. Well, I said it, Arias has been a bouncing arm in the Guardians organization this season. Made his Triple-A debut in a spot start before even making his Double-A debut. Spent about a month with Akron before going back down to High A for about 6 weeks. And now he's been back with Akron for 2 starts. He fires the 2-2 to Rhodes, and it's swung on and golfed into shallow right field, but Noel is there. He makes the catch and will fire back to the infield to prevent a tag. So Rhodes flies out to right, and after the 2 quick base runners, Bowie now has 2 outs, and they've got a lot more work to do. So now here's Maverick Hanley. 236 average for Hanley, a 785 OPS in 59 games played. 11 doubles, a triple, 8 home runs, 38 runs batted in. First pitch in, and Hanley fouls it off right side. Count opens up at 0-1. Well, Bowie, winners of 8 straight, took 6 straight from Harrisburg, their first series sweep of the season. Boy, did they make a lot out of those deep outfields at F&B Field in Harrisburg. The outfields here, not as deep, but definitely still bigger than Prince George's Stadium, as the 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed down and away. Count runs to 0-2. Center field is the most peculiar of this ballpark. Now, while it's going to straightaway center field, it cuts back to 400 feet as the 0-2 is swung on and belted into deep center. Roller's running back. He's still going. He leaps, and he makes the catch over the shoulder. Colton Cowser made a nearly identical catch to start the bottom of the first inning, and now Chris Roller pulls one down. That probably saved the game from being tied as Hanley misses out on an extra base hit. Bowie gets the first 2 batters on base, and they can't score anyone. Bottom of the second coming up. They trail 2-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
Bottom of the second here in Akron as Bowie still trails 2-0. It'll be the bottom 3 in the Akron lineup set to bat against lefty Drew Rahm. First pitch into Daniel Schneemann is called a strike. Schneemann thought about going after it, but checked his swing after only about a quarter of the way through. Fastball sets it up at 0-1. As Rahm steps back, kicks high, and fires the next, it's swung on and missed up and inside. Back-to-back heaters there from Rahm, and the count goes to 0-2. 209 average for Schneemann this season, a 584 OPS in 82 games played. 5 doubles, 2 triples, 5 homers, 33 runs batted in. 0-2 pitch, lifted out toward right center field. Rhodes is going down on it, and he'll get there. Just got in time in front of Colton Cowser, and there's one gone. It was a 25-pitch first inning for Drew Rahm. He allowed a pair of singles and a pair of runs, as well as a walk and a stolen base. The stolen base didn't matter as much because after the stolen base, the next batter, of course, walked. Here's Quentin Holmes. First pitch to the number 8 batter is called a strike at the knees, 0-1 to open. Back-to-back righties here for the 8 and 9 batters with Holmes and then Angel Lopez, who's on deck. Holmes just in his 6th game with Akron this season, batting .250. Next pitch misses inside, and the count runs even at a ball and a strike. .250 average for Holmes and a 500 OPS. No extra base hits yet. 1 run batted in. 1-1. Lined up the right side. Rhodes had a tough read on it at first, but he gets there. Runs it down to make the catch at the shoulder, and there's 2 away. Just a bit of a soft line drive. Pair of quick outs to start the inning for Drew Rahm. That's what matters most right now. As Angel Lopez will step in. Just the 7th game for Lopez. First pitch. Misses down, and the count starts out at 1-0. He's bounced around the organization a little bit as well. Today's designated hitter did actually have a game against Bowie earlier this season. He went 0 for 2 with a walk, as the 1-0 is swung on and missed away, and the count runs even at 1. Overall, just a 125 average. 285 OPS in 7 games. No extra base hits, no runs batted in. 1-1. Lined over towards short. Ortiz waits back on it and picks it on the low hop. He realized Lopez wasn't charging too hard out of the box, so he'll take it and fire to first. 6-3 put out, and that was a fast inning for Drew Rahm. 1-2-3 on what was eventually just 8 pitches. Third inning coming up. Bowie trails 2-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
Get your gear and memorabilia from your favorite Baysox players and future stars of the Baltimore Orioles at the Tackle Box Team Store. Jerseys, hats, autographed bats and balls, all at great prices. Located right at the main gate at Prince George's Stadium and online at BaysoxShop.com, the Tackle Box is the only place to get the best Baysox gear for you and your favorite fan. It's the Tackle Box at Prince George's Stadium and at BaysoxShop.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Third inning in Akron as Bowie trails 2-0. 9-1-2 in the Bowie lineup set to bat, starting with Toby Welk, and the first pitch to him is a fastball that misses under the knees. 1-0 to start. Welk just in his 13th game with Bowie, of course. Long time spent on the injured list with that right leg injury. A 244 average, a 797 OPS as he fouls off the next pitch to the screen. Count runs even at a ball and a strike now. 2 doubles, no triples for Welk. 3 home runs, including 1 on Sunday in Bowie's 18-1 clobbering of Harrisburg. 10 runs batted in. As the 1-1 from Arias is called a strike, lower inside corner. Count runs to a ball and 2 strikes now. Yeah, the Bowie offense has been on its biggest run of the season to match what's been the pitching staff's best run. 1-2, ripped foul, third base side. That was a line shot, but it holds the count at a ball and 2 strikes. Over their past 12 games, 5 wins against Altoona in a 6-game series, and then a 6-game sweep over Harrisburg. Bowie has scored 116 runs in that 12-game span. 1-2, misses down. Hits off the knees of the catcher a little bit and runs the count even at 2. So just a small hair over 9 runs per game. But of course, it was held by a couple of isolated big blowouts. 2-2. Welk pops it foul, knuckled in on the hands there, and it gets out of play as the count remains because there was a 2-1 win mixed in there. And there was the 5-4 win over Harrisburg as well. Yeah, but we had a 2-1 win against Altoona. They only scored 4 runs in their lone loss over this past 12-game stretch. 2-2. Up and away, and the count fills. Second full count that Arias has seen today. Opponents are just 2 for 12 against him on full counts. He struck out 8 batters, walked only 4. Payoff to Welk. Up high, ball 4. Changeup came a little bit at the chin there, but Bowie draws their first walk of the day. They've been starting to get back into that column as well, as Bowie was frustrating, to put it briefly, against Harrisburg pitchers last week. Not only because of the offense, of course, Bowie scored 60 runs in the 6 games, but they drew so many walks, it jumped them from 4th in the league in walks drawn at the start of the week to leading the league again in walks drawn at 411. Here's Connor Norby. First pitch is called a strike on the outside edge to the leadoff man. It's 0-1. Norby grounded out to shortstop his first time up. I want to avoid that here. Norby has only hit into 2 double plays this season. Second base is playing very close to the bag to try and make the pivot on one. 0-1 pitch, and Norby slices it foul the other way. Count to 0-2. Distance will be interesting for Arias here in this outing. He's bounced around between starting and relief roles all season as he's shuttled his way through the Guardians organization up and down. 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball high, and it's a ball and 2 strikes on Norby. And in his last 2 starts, Arias has only fired 9 1/3 innings. He is already up to 46 pitches now with no outs recorded in the 3rd. As the 1-2 is fouled off again right side, count remains. He only tossed 3 2/3 in his last start of July. He gave up 4 runs to Harrisburg. Another 1-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Change up on the outside edge, and Norby strikes out swinging. Second punch out for Jaime Arias so far today. Another one came against Colton Cowser back in the 1st inning, and now Cowser will bat here with runner at first and 1 out. You know, Cowser might be able to make a lot out of this ballpark this series, because they have made renovations to it in its lifespan, as the first pitch is driven out toward right field by Cowser, not deep. John Kenzie Noel is jogging down and makes the catch mid-stride. Suddenly 2 gone after Bowie got the leadoff batter aboard for the 2nd consecutive inning. What I was saying is that at one point they lowered a decent portion of the right field wall, probably about 70 feet from the right field corner out toward right center field. They lowered the wall and brought it in a tad just to add a little bit more luxury seating. So Cowser could maybe make something of that. There's 7 games to get it done. Here's Joey Ortiz. First pitch. There's a curveball, misses down and away. Count starts out at 1-0. Ortiz flew out to right field his first time up. Did it on a 1-1 pitch. Runner at first, 2 away in the top of the 3rd. Bowie trails 2-0. 1-0. Fastball misses wide, and the count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. Well, not too much wind this afternoon, this early evening. Same could be said pretty much all week at Harrisburg. There was really only one windy day. As the 2-0 is a breaking ball, misses way outside. Ortiz had no issue laying off that. It was more on the catcher Lavastida to make sure it didn't get away. But the count goes to 3-0 now. The way that Ortiz has been batting, let's see if he gets the green light. Over the course of this 15-game hit streak for Ortiz, he's had better than a coin flip's chance of getting on base each time he steps up. As the 3-0 is called a strike in the lower outside corner. It's 3-1. His batting average overall on this 15-game hit streak is around 460. The longest hit streak in the Eastern League this season is 18 games, so he's still got a little bit to catch. As the 3-1 is called a strike in the lower inside corner. Ortiz thought it was going to break a little bit more inside, but it was the changeup, not the slider. But Ortiz has an an on-base percentage, rather, north of 540 in this run. 3-2 pitch, runner goes, and it's fouled off right side. We'll do it once more on the second full count of the inning from Arias. Welk will get another head start over at first base. Bowie has had a tough time this season while their offense has been on a great run the last 2 weeks, about stranding base runners. Another payoff pitch is inside, ball 4. Second walk of the inning given up by Arias. He had only walked 11 batters in 31 2/3 entering today's game, but again, that's just something that Bowie has been good at this season. And now here's Hudson Haskin with the tying run at first base. But Bowie has been very good at getting the leadoff batter on base a ton this year, but they've been tough at getting that batter and that runner home. First pitch to Haskin. Misses down and inside as the count starts out at 1-0. Because Bowie has left on 744 total base runners this season. That still averages around 7.5, but it has been dipping a little bit. It's at 7.3 for now. As Haskin, I think he got a little bit of sweat into one of his eyes, maybe an eyelash. He steps out and adjusts quickly. As Arias snaps set, first base side of the rubber, fires the 1-0. Haskin fouls it off in on the hands to the sweet level. Count runs even at a ball and a strike. 5 batters face this inning, though, and Arias has thrown 3 first pitch balls. He's pretty much been bouncing back and forth between those, seeing if he can get, I suppose, the swings and misses early on, but Bowie doesn't necessarily do that too much. 1-1. And Haskin floats it past the umpire and into left center field, a base hit. This will score Welk. Ortiz will go to second. A 2-out RBI single for Hudson Haskin, and Bowie is on the board. It's 2-1 with the tying run now in scoring position. RBI for Haskin is 39th of the season, second most on the team. He's got hits now in back-to-back games, and 6 of his last 7 for Bowie. And now here's Cesar Prieto with an opportunity to maybe tie this game up, but first, Owen Dew, the pitching coach, is going to come out. We'll check around the Eastern League right now. Looks like Altoona is having a pretty good day. Curve are facing Binghamton right now at Marabato Stadium. Luis Reyes, the starting pitcher, just threw an immaculate inning in the bottom of the second inning. Struck out the side on just 9 pitches. Altoona leads 2-0 as the game moves to the 4th. Richmond and Portland duking it out. They've been going back and forth all day, but Portland has jumped to a 3-2 edge into the 5th inning. Reading is building a steady lead over Harrisburg as the Senators continue a 2-week homestand. Reading has a 4-1 lead in the top of the 4th. Harrisburg in danger of losing their 7th consecutive. Erie and New Hampshire are scoreless after 1, as are Somerset and Hartford. While Bowie trails 2-1 here in the top of the 3rd inning, with first and second 2 away. It's on Cesar Prieto here, who laid down a beauty of a bunt single. You just can't say those words. Beauty of a bunt single without thinking Cesar Prieto. He laid it down in the 2nd inning, but was left stranded at first. First pitch. Prieto watches a changeup called for strike on the lower inside corner. It's 0-1. As Bowie has Ortiz at second base now. This has been a lengthy inning for Arias. That was his 25th pitch, and the next offering is smoked out toward deep right center field, sends Roller on the run. He's stopping at the wall, and this one is gone! Cesar Prieto says goodbye. A 3-run home run off of the batter's eye, and Bowie leads 4-2. His 3rd home run of the season. A massive blast to put Bowie ahead. And suddenly this game's got a whole new outlook. Well, Harrisburg only had 1 lead over the course of the 6-game series. It came very early on in the contest as well, after Bowie trailed 2-1 after just 1 inning. And that was in the start that, I want to say Brennan Hanafy had started. As the first pitch to Kobe Mayo misses down and inside, count starts out at 1-0. Well, I mentioned it, the contact has been a little tough for Arias this season, and Bowie might need the home run again. That's what Prieto just did there. As the next pitch to Mayo is called a strike on the bottom edge, count runs even at 1. Which game was it? It was the Friday game. Yes, that was Hanafy. Bowie trailed 2-1 after the first. but then eventually tied the game up in the 5th and took the lead for good in the 8th inning. As the next pitch to Mayo is called a strike on the bottom edge, it's 1-2. But now Bowie has the 4-2 edge here in the 3rd as the 1-2 misses inside and skips off of the foot of the catcher, rolls away. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mayo popped out to the first baseman in foul territory back in the 2nd inning, as they've got a decent shift on for the right-hander. Count runs even at 2. Mayo watches the next offering down and inside, and it's the 3rd full count of the inning for Jaime Arias. Tried to go with a curveball down and in, and now Mayo with a chance. Pitch home. Mayo pops it up. Foul ground, right side. Is it ranging out of play? Lavastida sheds the mask, and it's over the net. Just onto the 2nd row. Barely. As Akron has a right-hander warming in their bullpen. Is that who I think it is? It's Robert Broom. Oh, boy. Broom, a sidearmer, and a fun story to say the least. I first became aware of him back in 2019. He's great. 3-2 pitch to Mayo. Curveball bounced over to the left side, a base hit. This one could split the gap, but it dies on the grass, and Mayo will be held to just a single. His 3rd hit at the AA level, and the 3rd hit with 2 outs for Bowie here in the 3rd is knocking Arias out of the game. Here comes the manager, Rugelis Odor. And as Bowie has jumped ahead to a 4-2 edge with John Rhodes coming up, runner at first, 2 away. It'll be a new pitcher coming in for Akron. Arias is done, and Bowie has a chance to increase, trying for their 9th consecutive win. We're back after this. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
A birthday bash with the Baysox is the best time at the ballpark. Bring your friends and family out to celebrate and be the star of the show. Dance on the dugout with Louie, play games in the stadium, introduce a batter in the game, and you'll even get to have the stadium sing for you. Baysox birthday parties, an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind experience at Prince George's Stadium. Book yours by calling 301-464-4880 or at baysox.com.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Well, we're back to Akron, as Bowie has suddenly turned this back into their ball game after trailing 2-0 early. A RBI single by Hudson Haskin and a 3-run home run by Cesar Prieto, all with 2 outs here in the 3rd inning, knocking the starter Jaime Arias out of the game. So the line on Arias is not final, as Kobe Mayo picked up a single to knock him out. The runner still belongs to him. Arias fired 2 2/3 innings. He allowed 4 hits, and so far 4 runs all earned. He struck out 2 batters and walked 2, allowed a home run. As Robert Broom takes over for Akron, right-handed side armor will face off against John Rhodes with 2 outs. Rhodes, the 8th batter of the inning for Bowie. As the first pitch comes in, and Rhodes watches a changeup called for strike in the top half of the zone. It's 0-1. So again, the line closed on Arias, not just yet, but mostly, as Broom takes over. A 6'1", 190-pound, 25-year-old right-hander from Rising Fawn, Georgia. 10th round draft selection in 2018 from Mercer. Fires the 0-1, and it's a slider. Misses wide, and the count runs even at a ball and a strike on Rhodes. Rhodes flew out to right field back in the 2nd inning. Broom on the season has made 18 appearances, gone 2-1, with a 3.55 ERA. 1-1 pitch, swung on and missed, down and away, slider again, and it's 1-2. 25 1/3 innings for Broom. He struck out 20 batters and walked 14. He's only allowed 1 home run this year. That sidearm delivery can really get you. As Mayo dances off of first base. 1-2 pitch to Rhodes. Misses way outside. Slider slid a little bit too much on that one, and the count runs even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Broom is coming off of a decent run for Akron that finally imploded a little bit last week when he blew a save against Altoona. Allowed 2 runs in just 1/3 of an inning with 2 walks, no strikeouts. The 2-2 swung on and cracked toward second, a slow bouncer picked by Tana, and he was able to stop himself immediately and step on second base to force out Kobe Mayo. That was actually a little bit dangerous. You don't want to stop that quickly. Might hurt yourself. But it's a 4 unassisted, and the inning is over as Rhodes grounds into it. But what an inning it was for Bowie. RBI single by Hudson Haskin and a go-ahead 3-run home run for Cesar Prieto. We're on to the bottom of the 3rd. Bowie leads 4-2. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Most people don't know what a steam fitter is. More importantly, what we do and how much it impacts you. Just take a moment to think about what your world would look like if you didn't have the ability to generate electricity, to have heating or air conditioning, microchip production, internet service, web-based storage, cellular service, and frozen or refrigerated produce. Could you imagine? And these are just some of the things that we impact. Please visit steamfitters-602.org and let's talk about how we can bring value to you.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
Well, as the baseball season winds down, that means we've got to get ready for football. Friday, September 9th, it's the Baysox football kickoff night at Prince George's Stadium. Getting ready for the college season and the pro season, the Baysox will be giving away a special Adley Rutschman bobblehead. Remember, Adley played college football before he joined the Orioles. It's a free bobblehead for the first 750 fans ages 13 and up. So be sure to join the Baysox football kickoff night on Friday, September 9th. Get your tickets at baysox.com.
Up fans, cares around the corner at Patient First. Urgent care that's open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. No appointment needed. Learn more at patientfirst.com. As Bowie leads 4-2 entering the bottom of the 3rd inning, we've got time called. Errant baseball found its way near the tarp in foul ground on the left side, so Akron manager Ruglis Odor will head over and pick it. He's the closest one in the vicinity. So we'll wait for the first pitch to the leadoff man, Jose Tena. Top of the lineup for Akron, set to bat against Drew Rahm. He retired the side on just 9 pitches in the second. He looks to continue that run now as the first pitch here is called a strike on a fastball, lower outside corner. It's 0-1. Tena flew out to center field his first time up. It was a spectacular play by Colton Cowser. Had to leap up and make the catch while tumbling back against the wall as the 0-1 is bounced off of home plate to the left side, charging Ortiz, backhanding, but he can't go anywhere with it. I'm not sure if Ortiz had called off Prieto or Prieto initially ceded to Ortiz, but Prieto stopped running on the ball, and Ortiz was the one to have to try and grab it in the baseline with his momentum carrying him the other way. There was not much of a chance on that one, and Tena will just take the dribbling infield single. Hits in 4 consecutive games now for Tena. And the leadoff man is aboard for Brian Rocchio. Switch hitter bats righty, and the first pitch is popped up. Foul ground right side. Welk is ranging, but it will get out of play. 0-1 to start. Rocchio singled on a 3-1 count to left field back in the first inning. He stole second base and scored on John Kenzie Noel's 2 RBI single. But Bowie leads 4-2 on a string of 3 consecutive batters reaching. Well, 4 consecutive batters reaching, but 3 mattered. A walk, an RBI single, and a 3-run home run. As a pickoff throw to first does not elicit a tag. We'll wait on the next pitch to Brian Rocchio. Tena has been a threat this season. He's attempted 10 steals. He's been caught 4 times. He's swiped 6 bags. 0-1. Fastball just misses wide, and the count runs even at a ball and a strike. I had a wide-ranging conversation earlier today with Kyle Moore, and carried a little bit of that conversation into a chat I had last night with Steve Molesky from Masson as the next pitch misses down and inside. Count runs to 2 balls and a strike on Rocchio. And Molesky was asking me, he said, well, everyone's talking about Gunnar Henderson. Rightfully so. Henderson was just named as the top overall prospect in baseball by Baseball America, as the 2-1 as a fastball skims too far inside on Rocchio, 3-1. But Molesky was asking me, he said, well, people are saying that Ortiz might still be the best shortstop in the organization. And I said, honestly, I don't think I got a good barometer of it when they were all three here. As a grounder toward third is under the glove of Prieto, scooped by Ortiz on the last second and sent to second in time. They couldn't turn two, as I don't think Norby was even expecting that ball to come his way. But Ortiz cleaned up the mini-mess and retired the lead runner. He snapped up that ball, gobbled it up while running toward third, and instantly pivoted while still going the other way to whip the ball to second base. Fielder's choice goes 6-4. One away as Brian Lavastida steps in. Rocchio now at first base. First pitch to Lavastida is lifted out to deep right, sends Rhodes running. He's looking for the wall, has an alley, and makes the catch. Just up against the warning track, and there's suddenly two gone. So to wrap up quickly, what I was saying, as Prees will step in, is that I feel as if the tandems that Bowie had to kind of go with, the rotation that they went with, the platoon of left side infielders, really hindered our views of what Joey Ortiz can provide as a shortstop. I think Gunnar Henderson was the better shortstop in short bursts, and he showed that off when he was with Bowie. But as an everyday shortstop here with Bowie, Joey Ortiz is the shining star of the organization. First pitch to Micah Prees is grounded up the middle, and Ortiz is there. On to the second base side, he fires to first and gets it in time. After a leadoff single, Rom cruises through another scoreless inning, thanks to a lot of help from Joey Ortiz. We're on to the fourth at Canal Park in Akron. Bowie leads 4-2. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates, with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to Baysox.com.
Well, fans, don't forget about a very fun 2 weeks coming up to Prince George's Stadium when Bowie finally gets back home a week from today. Tuesday, August 16th to Sunday the 28th, Bowie is playing 12 games at the ballpark. And it's going to feature 4 different fireworks shows, including the Grateful Dead Night on Friday the 26th. There's still a couple of t-shirt packages available, so go to BaysoxShop.com to get those. As we move to the fourth, Bowie leads 4-2. First pitch to Maverick Hanley is sliced foul right side. Count opens up at 0-1. It'll be Hanley, Welk, and then back to the top of the lineup with Connor Norby set to bat, as Robert Broom takes on his first full inning of relief for Akron. As the next pitch in is outside for a ball. Count runs even and a ball and a strike. Broom can handle a couple of innings, 18 appearances, 25 and a third innings this season. But his last 5 appearances, he's not gone past 1 inning, and Hanley ropes one to short here. Looping liner caught by Brian Rocchio, and there's quickly one gone. Not a hard hit ball, and there's now on to Toby Welk. Welk led off last inning with a walk, came around to score on Hudson Haskins' RBI single. But Broom, a side armor, a very fun guy. First learned about him back in 2019, caught a little bit of him in 2021 as he's in his second season with Akron. First pitch to Welk is called a strike. Fastball hits the outside corner. It's 0-1. He's a big outdoors guy. Back when the High A affiliate for Cleveland was in Lynchburg, Virginia, it's now in Lake County. It's the Lake County Captains in the Midwest League. It's actually not too far from here as the next pitch is rolled foul up the first base line. Count to 0-2. Yeah, so the jump from High A to Double A for Cleveland now is much, much faster because Akron and Lake County are less than an hour apart. But back when it was in Lynchburg, you're in those mountains, you're in those woods. And Broom really liked it. In 2019 and in 2021, as he fires the 0-2 for a called strike 3 on Welk. Welk knew it instantly, watched it onto the inside half of the plate, and just walked right back to the dugout. First strikeout for Broom, third overall, and quickly 2 gone here in the fourth. Broom liked those outdoors so much, he saw a big opportunity and purchased an RV attachment to his truck and lived in the RV. Didn't find any other housing at the different affiliates. He just lived in the RV. First pitch to Connor Norby is called a strike. Check swing on the upper outside corner. It's 0-1. But Broom just lived in an RV. Didn't have to go anywhere. Could just be at the ballpark whenever he needed. Did that there and then brought it up to Akron when he got promoted to Double A. But I've been told he's not living in the RV now this season. As the next pitch is called a strike on the upper outside corner, it's 0-2 to Norby. Bowie leads 4-2. Bases empty, 2 outs here in the fourth. As the 0-2 is knuckled foul, rolled up the third base line, and the count stays. I imagine it'd be a lot more difficult to take that RV from here to AAA Columbus, even though that's still not too far. The top 3 affiliates of Cleveland are all in the state of Ohio, so you think it would still make sense as the 0-2 is fouled off again right side. Count remains. But maybe something to do with gas prices now or just general safety, because you're in a much more densely populated area here in Akron than you were back in Lynchburg, Virginia. That much is for certain. Another 0-2 to Norby. Swinging a line foul up the first base line. Yeah, that'll touch down just a little bit to the right side. Hard to read the lines a little bit at this ballpark, especially once you get closer toward the corners because of the way the stands practically cut in and leave you little room to work with. You can't see past the stands into the actual deepest stretches of the corners. As Broom sets, another 0-2. Misses way outside. Tried to get Norby to chase on that extreme slider, but he couldn't. And the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Infield playing very deep, but a decent gap up the middle for Norby, who doesn't go up the middle too often. 1-2. Misses up and away. And the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. And I'd have to imagine it's pretty difficult against a side-arming hurler like Broom to crack something up the middle. 2-2. Way outside. So Norby's run it full after falling behind 0-2. Now maybe an opportunity to get on base after Bowie went down so quickly to start this 4th inning. Payoff pitch, and Norby swings and misses on a slider. That one hit part of the zone anyway. Broom just had a good piece on it. So back-to-back strikeouts to end the inning. Broom's got 2, 4 total for Akron pitching, and as we move to the bottom of the 4th, Bowie still leads 4-2. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
There's plenty going on at the ballpark on Saturday, August 27th. The Bowie will be hosting a special tribute to Negro League Baseball, as well as an exhibit presented by the Josh Gibson Foundation with special artifacts from the Hall of Famer's career, as well as the Baysox huge Touch a Truck event featuring dozens of construction, excavation, emergency vehicles, and trucks for all fans to enjoy and interact with exhibits as well. It begins at 4:30 and is going to run till 6:30 ahead of the 6:35 game. It's all presented by Miss Utility and comes your way on a busy Saturday, August 27th, so get your tickets at Baysox.com.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Bottom of the fourth here in Akron as Bowie leads 4-2. John Kenzie Noel will lead things off. The number 5 batter against lefty Drew Rahm. Noel drove in both Akron runs in the first inning, and he watches a first pitch ball outside here. Fastball from Rahm just missed, and the count starts out at 1-0. After Noel, it'll be Chris Roller and then Daniel Schneemann, as the next pitch from Rahm is up and away again, and the count goes to 2-0. Well, this is that part of the day where Drew Rahm really has to almost play chess with the diverse offering that he has, as the 2-0 pitch is a fastball, misses low, count goes to 3-0. And I think it might be part of the reason why he has had some lengthy third innings this season. The third inning is actually one of his worst innings this year, as the next pitch is called a strike on the bottom edge, 3-1. In the third inning, Rahm has an ERA of 6.06. His only inning worse than that he's seen at least a routine number of times is the fifth. Next pitch, swung on and missed high. Fastball runs the count full. Because in my conversations with Rahm and Maverick Hanley, just kind of talking about what he has to bring to the table in his massive mix of pitches, as the payoff pitch is in there for strike 3. Punched a fastball on the upper inside corner. Rahm falls behind 3-0 and sends down Noel on the next 3 pitches. Second strikeout for Rahm. Both of them have been looking. And now on to Chris Roller, who was the other strikeout, ended the first inning. Here's the first pitch. Inside, nearly clipped him. Count starts out at 1-0. But to what I was saying, Rahm's got so many offerings. Four-seamer, curveball, slider, change, the split finger, and then he'll also come at you with a different arm slot as the next pitch is fouled off right side, 1-1. He'll throw the two-seamer and a slider from a bit of a sidearm delivery. And he can use all of those fairly easily, but you don't want to bring them out all at once. 1-1 pitch. Popped him up foul, right side. And this one will get out and count to 1-2. Because if you use them all right away, then it's not hard for opposing batters to differentiate the pitches. And then once you get to the second trip through the lineup, they'll just wait for the easiest pitch to hit and drill you. As the 1-2 comes in, fouled off, up and in on the hands as it gets back to the screen. Count remains. But if you wait a little bit, maybe just use fastball, curveball, slider, or fastball, slider, change, or maybe even the first 4. Just on the first trip to the lineup, then you have more in the tank, more in the bucket that you can use on the second trip to the lineup. As the 1-2 pitch is fouled off left side again, count holds. Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the fourth. Bowie ahead 4-2. But Rahm will sometimes, at least the way that some of these pitches play, tries to get the chases early on. 1-2. Fouled off again, fastball high. And again, the swings and misses aren't bad. That's more so what the Orioles organization, what Bowie encourages, trying to get pitchers to pull off the swings and misses. But when you're throwing some of those pitches so far out of the zone, it's easy to pick up. Well, then sometimes it leads to longer appearances in a tough third inning like Rahm has, as the 1-2 is lined foul. Third base side, and we see plate appearances like this, where Chris Roller just continually fouls off pitches. He watched the first pitch out of the zone. It's back-to-back first pitch balls in this fourth inning for Rahm. And now Roller has fouled off 7 consecutive pitches. They have him shifted hard onto the pull side for the right-hander. 9th pitch, lined over towards short and through, a base hit. Over the head of Joey Ortiz. The fact that Roller was making that much contact on the plate appearance, you just had to think that something like that was coming. That's the problem sometimes. Roller breaks out of a 2-game hitless skid. And now here's Daniel Schneemann. Lefty on lefty, Schneemann flew out to right field his first time up. First pitch. Breaking ball, misses up and inside. That's 3 straight first pitch balls here to start out the 4th inning. Yeah, the 4th inning was Rahm's trouble inning against Harrisburg as well. He is only up to 58 pitches now, as the next offering is called strike in the lower outside corner. It's 1-1. But you want him to work quickly through this frame and not let it get too more damaging. Schneemann has hit into 6 double plays this season, and he is a bit of a ground ball hitter. As the 1-1 comes in, and Schneemann watches a called strike, peppered on the lower outside corner. It's 1-2. So Rahm could feasibly get out of this inning quietly. But like I said, he just needs to be quick on it, needs to attack. As the 1-2 comes in, and it's swung on and missed for strike 3. That's the attack. That's what you need. A high fastball. 3rd strikeout for Rahm. 2nd out here in this 4th inning. Interestingly, however, the 4th inning against Harrisburg last week went in a strikingly similar fashion. Rahm struck out the first batter, gave up a single to the second batter, and struck out the third. As the first pitch to Quentin Holmes misses below the knees. 1-0 to start. All 4 batters this inning have seen a ball on their first pitch. After that second strikeout, Rahm allowed 3 straight batters to reach, and he was lifted. He hit a batter and then gave up back-to-back RBI singles. 1-0, sprayed foul the other way. Count runs even and a ball and a strike. But again, Rahm is still much more efficient at this point in the game than he was against Harrisburg last week. He had given up 4 hits and 2 walks in his first 3 innings against Harrisburg. As the 1-1 is lined foul up the first baseline. This one will get onto the main concourse level right side. It runs the count to 1-2. Meanwhile, today, Rahm has only walked 1 batter and given up just 3 hits. And none of them have been extra base hits. He gave up a couple of extra base hits against Harrisburg. Runner at first, 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. Rahm looking for his 3rd consecutive scoreless frame. Pickoff throw to first, no tag applied. With a 2-strike count, that is the right time to at least try the pickoff, even if you're not intending or even hoping to tag the runner. You just want him to know that you're watching him, because he'll probably take off on a 1-2 offering. You expect the off-speed here. Stays put, though, as the 1-2 misses down and inside. It was a breaking ball. It was the curve from Rahm, so that would have been the best pitch to go on, as it runs the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Holmes also flew out to right field his first time up. That was in the 2nd inning. Two-two. Misses high. Count runs full. Rahm only needed 9 pitches in the 2nd and then again in the 3rd. This one going a bit differently, of course. He is missing the bats mostly. 3-2, runner goes, and it's called strike 3. Curveball on the bottom half of the zone. Holmes thought he had gotten the free pass, but instead, Rahm strikes out the side in the 4th. Works around a single and sends us to the 5th with Bowie ahead 4-2. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Hey, coffee lovers. Know where you'll find the world's freshest cup of coffee? Right here at Royal Farms. Because with our new brewing system, it takes less than a minute to go from selecting the kind of coffee you want to this. The freshest, most flavorful cup of coffee you can buy is at Royal Farms. So try one. It'll be love at first sip. Because it's the freshest coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast, Royal Farms.
If you're working in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area as a pipe fitter, pipe welder, or HVAC service technician, and you're interested in a better life, a better means to provide for yourself and your family, a way to make sure that you're earning the highest wages and the best benefits in our industry. Visit our website at steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org. And let's talk about what we can do to help change your life.
Hey kids, the Baysox Futures Club is the best way to be a fan of the Baysox, and it's completely free for kids ages 3 through 12. Futures Club members get access to special members-only events, discount ticket offers, and free gifts for just signing up. Parents, head over to Baysox.com to sign up your kids, so don't miss out on all the promotions and giveaways at Prince George's Stadium this season and next. The Baysox Futures Club. Sign up now at Baysox.com.
On to the fifth inning here in Akron as Bowie leads 4-2. I have to keep catching myself. I keep wanting to say Harrisburg. That's the fun part about spending a week at each place. First pitch to Colton Cowser misses wide, and the count starts out at 1-0. As Bowie leads 4-2, thank you so much for stopping by this evening. Matt Sabatis with you from Canal Park in Akron, Ohio. Smack dab in the heart of downtown Akron, the rubber capital of the world. 1-0, Cowser fouls it off back to the screen, and the count runs even at 1. As Cowser, Ortiz, and Haskin will bat in this half inning for Bowie. Robert Broom still on the mound for Akron following the 2 2/3 innings for Arias. Didn't even get you his full final line as Broom had finally finished out the third inning. Arias, 2 2/3, 4 hits, 4 runs all earned. 1-1. Cowser checks his swing on a slider down and inside. On appeal, he went. Third base umpire makes the call, and the count goes to 1-2. 2 strikeouts, 2 walks for Arias. 3-run home run by Cesar Prieto did a chunk of the damage as Arias is in line for the loss. Bowie will try to get Drew Rahm through 5 innings and set him up for the win. As the 1-2 pitch misses inside just a bit. Slider runs the count even at 2. Well, that sidearm delivery from Broom is obviously a little tougher against left-handers. That's why lefties reaching on a 1.82 whip this season, 2-2. Misses just above the letters, and the count runs full. And Nolan Hoffman ran into a lot of the same issues for Bowie when he was pitching with the Baysox. Bowie's sidearmer at the start of the year always did much better against the righties. 3-2 pitch, swung on and missed for strike 3. Another good breaking ball there, the curve from Broom. He struck out 3 consecutive batters now after retiring the final 2 in the 4th inning. He's not allowed a base runner in his own right yet. 5 strikeouts total for Akron pitching, and now here's Joey Ortiz. Again, this is probably going to be the line for Broom. This would probably be the most he tosses. I can't imagine him going past 2 innings. As the first pitch to Ortiz is a slider, misses too far outside. Count opens at 1-0. Ortiz drew a full count walk in the 3rd inning, scored on Cesar Prieto's 3-run home run. As the 1-0 pitch is another breaking ball, misses up and away. Count runs to 2 balls and no strikes. Bases empty, 1 away here in the 5th. As the next misses up and away, and the count runs to 3-0. They've got a pretty fun day over in Iowa right now. The High A Midwest League, the minor league baseball Field of Dreams game is going on. That's very special as the 3-0 pitch is called a strike in the lower outside corner, count to 3-1. Cedar Rapids and the Colonels, that's a Twins affiliate, playing against the Quad Cities River Bandits. That's a Kansas City Royals affiliate. 3-1 pitch, misses wide, and Ortiz draws his 2nd walk of the game. First one given up by Broom, 3rd overall for Akron pitching. And a runner aboard now for Hudson Haskin, who's reached base twice today. Well, I sent out a tweet yesterday that got what was mostly a positive reaction, but it was slightly mixed. And I suppose the way I worded it when talking about Gunnar Henderson following his announcement as the top prospect in baseball by Baseball America. First pitch to Haskin, misses high. Fastball starts to count out at 1-0. So Gunnar Henderson has not played a game with Bowie in over 2 months. His last game with Bowie was, I think, June 3rd. And it's August 9th now. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Down and away. 2-0 on Haskin. So 2 months that Bowie has been without Gunnar Henderson. His 41 walks still leads the team. Andrew Dashbach is second with 38. As the 2-0 comes home and Haskin watches a called strike. Fastball finally hits the zone and it's 2-1. And a couple of folks took that as me maybe kind of jumping on Bowie, but that's not the case. Bowie has still been a good walking team, as evidented by the Harrisburg series. They still lead the league in walks. It's not like Henderson drew every walk. 2-1 pitch. Haskin knuckles it foul. In on the hands, but it goes to the right side as the count runs even at 2. But no, that was more of a tweet to say that Gunnar Henderson is just that special when it comes to his eyes at the plate and his ability to draw walks. Here's the 2-2. Haskin pops it up out towards shallow right center. John Kenzie Noel, the right fielder, sprints down. That one was so high up, he had just enough time to make the play. So quickly, 2 gone. Now here's Cesar Prieto. But by the end of the year, Henderson will absolutely not be leading the team in walks anymore. But I don't think it's going to be Andrew Dashbach leading the team either. I think it's going to be Colton Cowser. As Prieto steps in. First pitch. Down and away, back pick to first, throws a little high. Brian Lavastida had a pretty good run on it. Good transfer. Well-timed toss, but it was just a little bit too high, and Mike Capriz really had to go the entire length of his body to try and apply that tag on Joey Ortiz. 1-0 to start on Prieto. Pickoff throw to first this time. Still too late. We wait on the next offering. Yeah, I think it's going to be Colton Cowser. Because when you look at just the walk rate of Colton Cowser, it's so similar to Gunnar Henderson. Cowser trails only Henderson in highest walk rate in the Orioles organization as the 1-0 is lifted out towards shallow left. Holmes, he initially was sprinting down but didn't actually have to go too far. He stops just as fast and makes the catch. So a couple of flyouts and a runner is left stranded at first. As we're halfway home here at Canal Park in Akron, Bowie still leads 4-2. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
The Baysox are getting radical on Thursday, August 18th as we go back to the 80s. Get that perm done up, rip off those jeans, and toss on your jean jacket for the 80s Rewind Night. A totally tubular night of the greatest musical decade with live music and beer specials from 5 to 6:30. So head on back to the 80s with the Bowie Baysox on Thursday, August 18th. Get your tickets at baysox.com.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the D.C. area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Back end of the fifth inning here in Akron as Bowie still holds on to a 4-2 edge. Drew Rahm will come out to try and set himself up for the win. 9-1-2 set to bat against him, and the first pitch to Angel Lopez is fouled off behind home plate. 0-1 to start as Rahm is now on 68 pitches. He sandwiched a couple of quick and efficient innings today. 25 pitches in the first, but then 9 pitches in the second and in the third. 24 pitches in the fourth. As the 0-1 pitch comes in, and it misses up and away. Count runs even at a ball and a strike on Lopez. After him, it'll be the top of the lineup. Jose Tena and Brian Rocchio set to bat. Left-hander, then a switch hitter. Lopez grounded out to shortstop back in the second inning. They give him a lot of space up the middle. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Too far ahead on the curveball, and the count runs to a ball and 2 strikes now. It's been a very cloudy day here at Canal Park. They had the tarp on until about, I want to say almost 4 o'clock, but it wasn't even really needed for the last 4 hours, it felt like. As the 1-2 pitch just misses inside. It looked like Rahm was trying to spin that curve, or no, the fastball again, too far inside. Count runs even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Next pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Another fastball up and away for Rahm. He struck out 3 consecutive batters now. 5 overall on the day as he's cruising to wrap up his second trip through the order. And now Jose Tena will bat. 1 for 2 day for him. He flew out to center field, single to shortstop. Hasn't gotten past first base. First pitch. In the zone for a called strike. Curveball hit the upper outside corner. It's 0-1. Yeah, I think it was just precautionary to have the tarp on that entire time because the clouds were there. You just didn't want a pop-up shower as the 0-1 pitch. It's the zone again. Back-to-back curveballs for Rahm, and it's quickly 0-2. Rahm sends. That misses down and away. Tried to get him to chase after 2 quick called strikes, but it runs the count to a ball and 2 strikes. Rahm has not been a losing pitcher since opening day. As the 1-2 comes in, and it's flared foul the other way, count remains. When he allowed 3 runs on 6 hits in 3 innings in Bowie's 7-5 opening day loss to Richmond. He's either taken a no decision or a win in everything since. The 1-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Got the curveball again. That one much too low for Tena to sniff at. 4 straight strikeouts for Drew Rahm. He's up to 6 on the day. 2 gone here in the 5th inning. Yeah, Rahm has won 5 of his last 7 starts for Bowie, and the Baysox are 8-0 in his last 8 starts. First pitch to Brian Rocchio was a square, but he pulls back as a breaking ball misses up and away. 1-0 to start. Rocchio just trying to get something, as Akron only has 1 base hit over the last couple of innings. As the next offering misses outside, it's 2-0. Corner infielders still play a tad bit in. Third base more so than first base, even though it is a right-hander in the box. As the 2-0 comes home, and it's swung on in line to left field, a base hit. Infield play didn't matter there, as Rocchio picks up his second single of the day. The throw bounces off of Joey Ortiz, but he recovers it, so Rocchio still stays at first base. That extends the inning against Rahm, who is up to 80 pitches now. Still very far below his season's high. His threshold has been the highest among all Bowie pitchers this season, and he just needs to work through Brian Lavastida to finish the day and set himself up for a win. First pitch, Lavastida squares and bunts it off of himself. It falls foul into his own batting box when he starts to run up the line. So the count starts out at 0-1. Maverick Handley had pounced on it, as even if it didn't hit off of Lavastida, it probably would have only rolled about 2 feet in front of home plate, and that would have been the inning. But instead, it's 0-1. Here's a pickoff throw, a snap to first base, but just late. Rocchio is able to react to it quickly enough. As Rom sets out of the stretch. Puts that front leg a little bit in front as the runner goes. It's up and away for a ball. Throw to second is just a little bit away. Rocchio with a great jump. His second stolen base of the game and 11th of the season. That run isn't as consequential at the moment, but he is in scoring position as Bowie leads by 2. The buffer is always nice. As we wait on the 1-1 to Lavastida, here it is. Breaking ball in the dirt. Count runs even at a ball and a strike. But it does open up the possibility for Bowie's defense at least, because now the runner doesn't need to be held on at first base. Lavastida has been a very good spray hitter this season. As a matter of fact, he hits it to the opposite field more often than he hits it up the middle or on the pull side. Next offering is called a strike. Breaking ball on the bottom edge, and it's 1-2. As Akron has another right-hander warming in their bullpen, so Robert Broom will be done after 2 1/3 innings. Very long appearance for Broom in relief, as Rom is trying to finish 5 innings in his start. 2-2 pitch. Misses wide. Went with the curveball again, and the count runs full here. Runner at second, 2 away. Bowie leads 4-2 in the bottom of the 5th. Payoff to Lavastida. Fouled off right side. Got him just too far under it. It's Aaron Pinto warming for Akron. If I'm not mistaken, I think he has a little bit of starting experience in his career. As the next offering is floated up the middle, a base hit. This is going to score the run as Kauser picks it and fires back to the infield. The throw is late. An RBI single for Brian Lavastida, and it's 4-3 Bowie. Well, this is where Rom has had his trouble in the 5th inning this season. You don't want to see the start come to an end like this, but it might. Bowie does now have a right-hander warming in their bullpen. As Kyle Moore isn't at the top step, but it looks like Josh Conway is going to come out. Yeah, that's where the small ball helps. Those stolen bases are very critical. And something about Akron in this 2-out hitting is what's working for them lately. All 3 of their runs have come in on just 2 outs today. Fans, don't forget about Pest Now. They're a proud partner of the Bowie Baysox. They provide pest control services for Prince George's Stadium for all your residential and commercial pest control needs, from general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, all other pest control services. Call Pest Now, 301-231-8300, or visit them online at pestnow.com. Yeah, it's something about the put-down pitch for Rom. It's been hit or miss lately. Over the first 3 innings, he only had the 1 strikeout, and it was on a called strike 3. Then over a span of 7 batters, make that 6 batters, he struck out 5 of them from the 4th into the start of this 5th inning. But both base hits to drive in runs in this game have been on 2-strike counts against Rom. Now here's Mike Capriz, who has grounded out twice with a tying run at first base and 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch. Prees nearly gets plunked. Peels back on a breaking ball near the shoulder. And the count starts out at 1-0. But again, Bowie has a right-hander warming in their bullpen. That's Griffin McClarty. 1-0. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball down and away. We're going to talk about sequencing on that one. To go from nearly hitting the guy's shoulder to nearly kicking up some chalk in the other batter's box. That'll throw him off. 1-1. Line drive, right center field, another base hit. Runner will go first to third as Lavastida is 90 feet away from tying this game. 3 straight singles with 2 outs for Akron. That might be the day for Rom. Kyle Moore still leaning against the railing as they wait for John Kenzie Noel to step in, who drove in both runs in the first inning with a 2-out single. Rahm is up to 90 pitches. He's still the only Baysox pitcher to throw 90 this season, and they're going to leave him out. McClarty looks done with his warm-up tosses. The first pitch, Noel swings through a high fastball. He was trying to give Akron the lead. Nothing in one to start. First and third with 2 away in the bottom of the 5th. Akron has 3 consecutive singles after Rahm struck out the first 2 batters of the inning. Here's the 0-1. Fouled off, back to the screen on a curveball, and the count goes to 0-2. Big chance for Rahm. Finish it off quickly. Keep Bowie ahead. The 0-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. High fastball, and Rahm strikes out Noel on 3 pitches to preserve the lead. But Akron does get a run across. Take it from a 4-2 game to a 4-3 game as Lavastida drives in the run with 2 outs. We're on to the 6th. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
It's not baseball season without fireworks, and you can always count on the biggest and best at Prince George's Stadium. There's no better way to cap off a fun evening at the ballpark than a spectacular fireworks show. And the Baysox have got you covered this season with 16 different shows to choose from. So get your tickets now at Baysox.com. Still 3 more fireworks shows in the month of July on Saturday the 16th, Friday the 29th, and Saturday the 30th. Hope to see you there.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
We move on to the 6th inning here in Akron as Bowie holds on to now a 4-3 lead. Rubber Ducks getting a run across with a trio of 2-out singles in the bottom of the 5th, but Drew Rahm was able to finish the frame with his 7th strikeout of the day. As Akron digs into the bullpen for the 2nd time, Aaron Pinto will come out. Bowie very familiar with him last season, but he's not made too many appearances with Akron this season. As a matter of fact, this is only his 2nd. But Robert Broom is done, and the sidearmer pitched well. 2 1/3 innings for Broom, no hits, no runs. He struck out 3 batters and walked only 1. As Pinto takes over, he'll face 6, 7, and 8 in the Bowie lineup, starting with Kobe Mayo. Here's the first pitch, and Mayo watches a slider miss down and away. Count starts out at 1-0. After Mayo, John Rhodes, Maverick Handley set to bat. Mayo 1 for 2 on the day, singled in the 3rd inning. As the 1-1 is another slider, but this one misses inside this time. Count runs to 2-0. Aaron Pinto, a 5'10", 210-pound, 26-year-old right-hander from West Covina, California. 24th round draft selection in 2018 from SUNY Stony Brook. As he fires the next, another breaking offering, hits the outside corner of the zone for a called strike on Mayo. It's 2-1. Pinto is making just his 2nd appearance with Akron this season. He fired 3 scoreless innings in his first with 5 strikeouts and a walk. 2-1 pitch misses down and away to Mayo, and it's 3 balls and a strike. But again, Pinto very familiar to teams in this league as well as Bowie. He spent all season with Akron last year. 25 appearances in 2021 as the 3-1 is outside to Mayo, a leadoff walk. That's how Pinto starts his relief appearance. 4th walk overall for Akron pitching. And now on to John Rhodes. Pinto had 43 innings under his belt with Akron last year, a 2.30 ERA. He was one of the best relievers in the Eastern League. And he carried that reputation with him into the AA Northeast Championship Series against Bowie. First pitch to Rhodes is called a strike in the upper inside corner. Count opens up at 0-1. 0 for 2 day for Rhodes. The 0-1. Misses down, and the count runs even at a ball and a strike. Rhodes hit into a force out his last time up. Flew out to right field back in the 2nd inning. But Pinto picked up a 2-inning save in Game 2 of the AA Northeast Championship Series last season, back when it was at Prince George's Stadium. Next offering, a slider called for strike on Rhodes, and the count runs to 1-2. Mayo at first, pitch home, and it's lifted up the line, first base side, curling foul. It'll get out of play as the count remains at 1-2 strikes. But Rhodes started the year with AAA Columbus. He pitched fine. 28 appearances, had a spot start as well. 36 2/3 innings. He went 3-2 with a 4.91 ERA. Again, not bad, but not like it's fine. 1-2 pitch. Misses down and away, just barely. That one looked pretty decent at the knees at least, but it runs the count even at 2 on Rhodes. And Pinto struck out 46 batters in 20 walks in those 36 2/3 innings. 2-2. Called strike 3 on Rhodes. Six pitches in that plate appearance. Rhodes only swung at one of them. It's the first strikeout for Pinto. 6th overall for Akron pitching. And now here's Maverick Hanley. First pitch, swing and a miss. Breaking ball in the lower inside corner, and it's 0-1. 0 for 2 day for Hanley. Flew out to center field in the 2nd inning. Lined out to the shortstop softly back in the 4th. Next, down and away for a ball. Back pick from the catcher to first is late. Mayo slid in with his feet. Find that interesting, but he still got there in time as the count runs even at a ball and a strike. Bowie needs to be careful. That's the 2nd time today Lavastida has attempted the back pick, even though he hasn't been too successful on stolen base attempts. 1-1. Misses low, and it's 2 balls and a strike on Hanley. 16 attempts this season against Lavastida. He has only caught 1. Giving up 15 steals. Mayo has not attempted one with Bowie yet this year. 2-1 pitch. Called a strike, maybe a bit wide. But the count runs even at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Hanley. Again, Bowie leads 4-3 here in the top of the 6th inning. Looks to be that Griffin McClarty will take over for the next for Bowie. Drew Rahm is definitely done after 90-plus pitches over his 5 innings, 3 runs allowed. As the 2-2 is poked over to the right side and under the diving glove of the first baseman into shallow right field. That's a base hit. Kobe Mayo goes to second base. Maverick Hanley with the most bleeder of a single that you might ever imagine. He's got hits in back-to-back games now on what was a cue shot. Only way to describe that one, just a slow little roll. If Breeze hadn't dove for it, he probably could have at least gotten Hanley at first base. Can't imagine he would have had a chance at Mayo, but Bowie does have first and second on with only 1 away for Toby Welk. First pitch, Welk watches curveball miss under the knees. Count starts out at 1-0. Welk drew a full count walk back in the 3rd inning to open it up. Set the table for Bowie's 4-run rally. That's been all their offense today as they lead 4-3. Next pitch. Slider misses away, and the count goes to 2-0. You do want to talk about how Bowie has been making the most of the opportunities they've had lately. They're being out-hit again right now. Akron has 7 hits. Bowie only has 5. As the 2-0 misses away. 3 balls and no strikes on Welk. Just 3 games ago, too. On Friday, Bowie won 5-4 against Harrisburg, even though they were out-hit 7-6. Pretty sure there was another game like that in the Altoona series as well. 3-0 pitch. Called a strike at the letters. Count goes to 3-1. Trying to check real quick. I might be incorrect. Yeah, it looks like I'm incorrect. Hitters count, though, on Welk with first and second, 1 away in the 6th. Pitch home, and Welk fouls it off, hits the catcher's mask, and fills the count up. But Bowie doesn't want to be out-hit. Of course, no one wants to be out-hit, even if you do win the games. That's a position to improve on. As the 3-2 is grounded high over to the left side, deep in the hole, picked it short, thrown to second, and it's in time. Hanley slid in, and he thought he beat it there as Tana scooped it on a bounce. A great throw by Brian Rocchio as Mayo advances to third on the productive out, but the force goes 6-4. So Welk reaches, he replaces Hanley at first base. And now here's Connor Norby with an insurance run at third base with now 2 outs. First pitch, Norby knuckles it foul the other way. Count opens up at 0-1. That is some strong infield defense for Akron, almost as much as it is for Bowie. Brian Rocchio is no Joey Ortiz, though, that's for certain, but it's still a pretty good crew for the Ducks. The 0-1, Norby watches a called strike. Slider hits the other batter's box, it's 0-2. But Daniel Schneemann has been pretty rock solid at third base. 53 games this season, and he's not committed an error. 0-2, called strike 3. Norby watched back-to-back pitches that he thought may have been a little bit wide and got rung up on both. So Bowie gets a total of 3 base runners, but can't bring anyone home. And as we go to the bottom of the 6th, they still lead, but just by 4-3. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
A birthday bash with the Baysox is the best time at the ballpark. Bring your friends and family out to celebrate and be the star of the show. Dance on the dugout with Louie, play games in the stadium, introduce a batter in the game, and you'll even get to have the stadium sing for you. Baysox birthday parties, an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind experience at Prince George's Stadium. Book yours by calling 301-464-4880 or at baysox.com.
Are you interested in beginning or expanding on a career in the pipe fitting, pipe welding, or HVAC service industry? Are you interested in a career path that will set you up for life without experiencing any college debt? If you are interested in these things and you live in the DC area, the Steamfitters UA Local 602 Apprenticeship Program is the best choice for you. For more information about our apprenticeship program and how to apply, please visit steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org.
Bottom of the 6th inning here in Akron as Bowie is holding on to a 4-3 edge. They're turning to a new pitcher to try and keep it that way as Drew Rom is done. He's in line for his 8th win of the season as Rom finished with 5 innings, allowed 7 hits, 3 runs all earned. He struck out 7 and walked only 1 batter. Griffin McClarty will take over. Rom's 7 strikeouts are the most since he struck out 7 Richmond Flying Squirrels back on the 23rd. It was back in July. 6, 7, and 8 set to bat against Griffin McClarty, and the first pitch is called a strike to Chris Roller. 0-1 on a curveball, lower inside corner. Roller, Daniel Schneemann, and then Quentin Holmes set to bat for Akron in this half inning. Sun's starting to set a little bit. They've got those LED lights at this ballpark, so they've just flashed on as the next pitch is a soft liner, scooped out of the air by Joey Ortiz. Full extension. He didn't leave his feet, but he, oh boy, came very close to doing it. Great grab by Joey, deep in that 6.5 hole, no, 5.5 hole if you want to get technical, and there's one gone. Now here's Daniel Schneemann. They'll put a bit of a shift on for the left-hander. As the first pitch comes in, Schneemann swings through a high fastball. It's 0-1. Griffin McClarty, 6'3", 185-pound right-hander, 8th-round draft selection in 2019 from the College of Charleston. On the season with Bowie, he's made 17 appearances, gone 1-2 with a 6.35 ERA. The 0-1 called a strike. Fastball on the bottom edge of the zone to Schneemann. It's 0-2. 28 1/3 innings of work for McClarty this season. He struck out 36, walked 22, allowed 5 home runs. As they set up high to Schneemann, the 0-2 pitch does miss high, and the count runs to a ball and 2 strikes. It's an 0-for-2 day for Schneemann. Flew out to right field back in the 2nd inning. He struck out swinging against Rom back in the 4th. Again, they've got the lights on. Still not much of a windy day here in Akron, but very much cloudy as the 1-2 is bounced slowly to the right side. Scooped on a dive by Norby from his keister. He spins and fires to first. Oh boy, that grass really helped him make the pivot because I don't even think Norby got to a knee. Just spun around on his backside and fired a dime to Toby Welk at first base. Those middle infielders for Bowie, big league caliber stuff. Gonna get tired of seeing it at some point, but it's not today. So now here's Quentin Holmes. First pitch, a check swing on a high fastball. On appeal, he went. Count starts out at 0-1. Holmes is 0-for-2 on the day. Flew out to right field in the 2nd inning, struck out looking back in the 4th. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, breaking ball away, and it's 0-2. Well, the bottom of the Akron lineup is not necessarily where you need to concern yourself. It's when you get back to the top half of it. 6 through 9 in this Akron lineup, the best that any of them are hitting is Quentin Holmes, and that's in a very small sample size, a 250 average in just 6 games. 0-2 pitches, swung on and missed for strike 3. 3-pitch strikeout for Griffin McClarty to cap a perfect 6th inning, and he starts out his relief appearance the best way you could ask. On to the 7th, Bowie leads 4-3. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
When your commercial plumbing project calls for a job done safely and on time, then your job calls for the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Local 5 will always deliver the most skilled and well-trained plumbing craftsmen in the DMV. If you're a contractor who needs safe jobs done well, you need the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Start your partnership with them today. Visit local5plumbers.org. That's local5plumbers.org.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
The Baysox are calling all deadheads to make their way out to Prince George's Stadium on Friday, August 26th for Grateful Dead Night. With special themes and music all night throughout the game, it'll culminate in a Grateful Dead-themed fireworks show to cap the evening. Fans who purchase a special package ticket will receive a limited edition Baysox Grateful Dead t-shirt collaboration and a ticket to the game, so be sure to get there Friday, August 26th. It's Grateful Dead night at the ballpark. Find out more at Baysox.com.
Well, fans, don't forget about the upcoming fireworks shows at Prince George's Stadium. There's 4 of them over the next 3 weeks when Bowie returns home for a 2-week homestand. First 2 on Friday the 19th and Saturday the 20th. But most importantly, Maryland's Baytoberfest, Maryland-themed Oktoberfest celebration with a special Baysox Beer Stein ticket package still available and an Adley Rutschman hat giveaway. That's all on Friday the 19th. So go to BaysoxShop.com for the Stein ticket package and Baysox.com to get tickets for the game. As we move on to the 7th inning in a 4-3 Bowie lead, Aaron Pinto continues on the mound and fires a first pitch outside to Colton Cowser, opening things up. Next pitch, Cowser watches down and in, and the count quickly moves to 2 balls and no strikes. It'll be Cowser, Joey Ortiz, and then Hudson Haskin. It's a rare 0-for-3 day for Cowser. Cowser and Norby are both quiet today, 0-for-7 combined. 2-0 pitch, Cowser flares it foul the other way, and the count goes to 2-1. But Cowser and Norby have had some quiet days over the last few weeks, but they've really been highly isolated. Norby went 0-for-5 back on Friday against Harrisburg. And then, of course, had his massive day on Sunday as the 2-1 to Cowser misses high. Count goes to 3-1. Sunday, Norby went 4-for-5 with 5, in 6 plate appearances. He also drew a walk, reached base 5 times. Here's the 3-1 offering. Cowser watches a called strike in at the knees, and the count runs full. Cowser went 0-for-4 rather, back on Thursday. But now he's got hits in each of his last 3 games, including 2 home runs. Next pitch, line to left center field, a base hit. Just as I was saying it, Cowser has an opportunity for 2 as it rolls deep to the gap. It'll be picked in center field and sent to the infield late. A leadoff double for Colton Cowser, his 8th of the season. And Bowie has an insurance run in scoring position to open up the 7th inning. Again, this is where Bowie has been so good this season, and it's a lot of just a lot to do with their coaching staff. A staff that preaches and hammers and constantly reminds these batters to not get too streaky or get too hung up on how a previous plate appearance might have gone. First pitch to Ortiz is called a strike, and the outside edge is 0-1. And Bowie had been doing so well this season in the first direction. If they had previous plate appearances that went poorly, they didn't let it affect them. They would just bounce right back. But they've started to go in the other direction to help themselves really just run teams out of town, as the 0-1 pitch to Ortiz is called a strike, and the outside edge is 0-2. And, of course, a lot of that kind of hit its peak after Bowie took that 6-0 lead against Richmond and lost 7-6. 0-2, Ortiz pops it up. Foul ground behind home plate. Lavastida sheds, sprinting to the warning track, but it's over the net. He started with a jog, but then Lavastida booked it up against the netting. But the count stays at 0-2 on Ortiz. But Bowie, they made sure that the message was relatively consistent and just reapplied it to not let previous plate appearances affect current plate appearances or previous games affect current games. Because Bowie had gotten off to such a big lead, they tried to coast, and they went down hard. The 0-2, curveball misses wide, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. And since that day, since that 7-6 loss for Bowie, the offense has been on fire, as mentioned. Over the 12 games against Altoona and Harrisburg, Bowie scored 116 runs. The 1-2. Slider misses up and inside. Ortiz took a late curl on it. And he got enough out of the way as the count runs even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, runner at second No one out here in the top of the 7th inning as Bowie leads 4-3, hoping for insurance. They trailed 2-0 after the first. A 4 spot in the third as the 2-2 is lined to left field, and it's down for a base hit. Cowser was booking it. He's around third. The throw comes in. It's up the line. He scores. Ortiz slides into second base with an RBI, and Bowie leads 5-3. That was a risky play for Colton Cowser. Quentin Holmes did get a good beat on it, but he wasn't keen to diving for the ball, because if he did, it would have gotten by him. Cowser would have absolutely scored, and Ortiz probably could have gotten to third. But it'll be a single and an advancement on the throw for Joey. He extends his hitting streak to 16 consecutive games, too shy of tying the longest in the league this season. His 60th RBI, which also has the team's lead, as the first pitch to Hudson Haskin is called a strike on the bottom edge of the zone. It's 0-1. But Ortiz has reached safely in three consecutive plate appearances now for Bowie. He's got base hits in 24 of his last 25 games. The 0-1 pitch. Haskin lifts it up the line, foul right side. Noel gives a light jog on it, but it'll get out of play as the count goes to 0-2. But it's critical that the situation doesn't change. It's still a runner at second with no one out, but Bowie now has their insurance run back after Akron got a 2-out RBI single in the 5th inning from Brian Lavastida to make it a 1-run game. Haskin 1 for 3 on the day. The 0-2 is fouled off again right side, and the count remains. Haskin had an RBI single in the 3rd inning, part of a 4-run frame for Bowie. He scored on the 3-run home run by Cesar Prieto. Wide gap in left center field against Haskin here. 0-2. He drills it up the line, third base side. This one's hooking, and it's foul. Oh boy, Haskin really gave that one a ride, but just a little bit too early on the turn, and he missed out on a 2-run home run. Now, he was already about 3/4 of the way up the line to first base, so he had to take his time getting back into the box, pick up his bat, and readjust his batting gloves. But the count remains at 0-2 as Pinto is laboring a bit now. Another pitch. Misses wide. That's a tough pitch to take. Imagine that. Falling behind 0-2 early, fouling off 3 consecutive pitches. And then to lay off that great moving fastball away. That's a good eye. 1-2 pitch. Haskin lifts it out to right field, fairly shallow. Noel curling around on it, now running down and making the catch at the shoulder. He'll rip a missile back to the infield and hold Ortiz at second base. That was a great route on the ball by John Kenzie Noel in right field. He could have just gone straight at it at an angle, but he curled on it, moving further to his left at first, and then running down to make sure he had the momentum to fire the ball to third base on target. Kept Ortiz at second, and Haskin flies out after that lengthy battle. While it did only last 6 pitches, it felt like forever. So now here's Cesar Prieto. First pitch. Prieto pops it foul left side out of play. 0-1 to open. 2 for 3 day for Prieto. Flew out to left field in the 5th inning. 3-run home run. Gave Bowie the lead back in the 3rd. They trailed 2-0 after the first. It was 2-1 when Prieto came up. And he clubbed it out to straightaway center field. The 0-1 pitch. Half swing and a foul. You can hear the little pop on the bat as the ball went screeching into the netting left side. But the count runs to 0-2 as Prieto tried to lay off the high fastball and just couldn't. Runner at second, 1 away, 0-2 pitch, and Prieto lines it out to deep left field. Holmes looks to have it on a beat. He runs back and quickly turns around to make the catch and keep his face to the infield. Holds Ortiz at second base once again. Back-to-back flyouts now. And here's Kobe Mayo. At the very least, Bowie has gotten one run across in this inning. It is a little tough if they strand another runner at second, as the first pitch to Mayo is swung on and missed low. It's 0-1. Bowie has gotten the leadoff batter on base in 4 innings today. Only twice has that runner scored. Hudson Haskin was left stranded at second base in the second. Kobe Mayo at third base in the 6th. Next pitch called a strike. Lower outside corner. And it's 0-2 on Mayo, who's 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. Pinto trying to minimize the damage here after the leadoff double. 0-2. Misses down and in and hits off of the leg of Lavastida. Ortiz will advance. On to third base, a wild pitch. With 2 outs, the situation still kind of remains. You need the base hit to get it. But at least here, any base hit would get it. Even a shallow single to left field. 1-2 pitch. Mayo watches the slider miss down and away. Count runs even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. (5-3) Bowie here in the 7th. We're getting set to stretch soon as the 2-2 is swung on and belted out to deep left center field. Sends Roller running way back. He makes the catch. That is a deep alley in left center field, and Roller, he didn't have much room left. Pulled it down around the waist while still in mid-sprint. Mayo, oh boy, he's a little beaten. Not beaten up, but that was a close chance and an extra base hit. So the inning is over. After Bowie led off with a double, they are able to get 1 run out of it, but strand a runner at third. As we stretch here at Canal Park, Bowie leads 5-3. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Get your gear and memorabilia from your favorite Baysox players and future stars of the Baltimore Orioles at the Tackle Box Team Store. Jerseys, hats, autographed bats and balls, all at great prices. Located right at the main gate at Prince George's Stadium and online at BaysoxShop.com, the Tackle Box is the only place to get the best Baysox gear for you and your favorite fan. It's the Tackle Box at Prince George's Stadium and at BaysoxShop.com.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Most people don't know what a steam fitter is. More importantly, what we do and how much it impacts you. Just take a moment to think about what your world would look like if you didn't have the ability to generate electricity, to have heating or air conditioning, microchip production, internet service, web-based storage, cellular service, and frozen or refrigerated produce. Could you imagine? And these are just some of the things that we impact. Please visit steamfitters-602.org and let's talk about how we can bring value to you.
Well, fans, keep an eye out for the college football kickoff event at Prince George's Stadium, as the Baysox have recently unveiled the Adley Rutschman bobblehead set to be given away ahead of the game on Friday, September 9th. for 750 fans, ages 13 and up, will receive an Adley Rutschman bobblehead in the style of his time spent as a place kicker. Back when he was in college, his freshman year with the Beavers, he was a place kicker. Actually did pretty well before focusing on baseball. So get your tickets for that one at Baysox.com. As we move to the bottom of the 7th inning here in Akron, Bowie ahead 5-3. Angel Lopez is the batter, and the first pitch home from Griffin McClarty is a nice slider called for strike in the lower outside corner. It's 0-1. McClarty retired the side back in the 6th inning, his first inning of relief, as the 0-1 pitch misses down and inside. Count runs even at a ball and a strike. Lopez 0 for 2 on the day, a strikeout swinging in the 5th. He grounded out to the shortstop in the 2nd inning as the left side of the infield plays him very deep on the pull side. 1-1 pitch, grounded foul on the pull side. Count runs to a ball and 2 strikes. After Lopez, it'll be the top of the lineup with Jose Tena, then Brian Rocchio set to bat. I imagine this will be the only other inning for McClarty today, as he has pitched 3 innings recently and did only toss 1 inning in the Harrisburg series. As the next pitch, oh my goodness, Cesar Prieto, what are you doing? Prieto tried to get some of those foul balls out of play, and he just he tried to throw it up over the netting, and when he threw it up in the air to try and get over that, it just went straight up and right back down in front of him. Prieto just didn't get the angle, and now Joey Ortiz is ribbing him from shortstop. Oh, goodness. So now we're back to work. The 1-2 pitch is checked on, a slider down and away. He didn't go. Count runs even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now Ortiz is walking over a little bit. He's joking with him. He's laughing with him. Prieto is saying, yeah, my eyes were a little off. I'm not sure what happened there. Yeah, the umpire realized that Prieto missed it. The ball came back into play. Had to stop play again. Prieto missed it again. It was a mess. 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Breaking ball down there for McClarty. 4 in a row retired to start his relief outing. Back-to-back strikeouts now as Bowie pitchers have 9 on the day. Well, the Bowie bullpen has been the shining star of this second half. While as a team, Bowie does have the best ERA in minor league baseball in the second half of the season. So since June 28th, Bowie's ERA is 3.05. First pitch home to Tena misses wide, and it's 1-0. That's the first pitch ball that Griffin McClarty has tossed today. Tena a single in the 3rd inning. That's been it. He's 1 for 3. As the 1-0 pitch is called a strike in the lower outside corner, it's 1-1. So again, the staff as a whole has been the shining star. In the second half, Bowie leads all of minor league baseball with a 3.05 ERA and a 1.10 whip. Very few base runners reaching it against the Baysox. 1-1, misses low, and the count goes to 2 balls and a strike on Tena. But the bullpen has been carrying it even further. In the second half, Bowie relievers have a 2.38 ERA. 2.38. 2-1 pitch. Misses wide, and it's 3-1 on the left-hander Tena. It's the first 3-ball count that McClarty has worked to today in his relief outing. But yeah, in the first half, Bowie was routinely among the 3 highest ERAs in the league from their relief pitchers. As the 3-1 is belted foul the other way, count runs full here on Tena. But thanks to the great run that Bowie's bullpen has been going on in the second half, an ERA that was at 4.78 from relief pitchers at the end of the first half has shrunk all the way down to 4.03. 3-2 pitch. Just misses high. Curveball above the letters. And Tena draws the walk. Just the second walk of the day given up by Bowie pitching. First by McClarty. First base runner given up by McClarty as well. And now here's Brian Rocchio on a 2-hit day. Rocchio has had identical trips around the base paths in the 1st and 5th innings. He singled, stole second, and scored. As Bowie leads 5-3, first pitch is swung on and missed outside. Count starts out at 0-1. I imagine McClarty might not pitch to him too much, even on the heart of the plate or on the inside edge. Rocchio bats as a lefty for the first time today. Actually does pretty well against right-handed pitching. Pickoff throw to first. Timing-wise, might have had Tena. He stuttered a little bit while thinking about his secondary lead, but He couldn't get the throw there in time. Was a little bit high, so there was no tag. We'll wait on the 0-1 pitch to Rocchio. Here it is. Swing and a miss again. This time the curveball down, and it's 0-2. As the sun is really starting to get down there now here at Canal Park in Akron. We've been dealing with the heavy cloud coverage all day, but you can still see some of the streaks of sky and the nice orange gradient, orange and purple really, on the slim clouds that remain well out past left field. But the lights carrying a lot of the load now this evening. 0-2 pitch, misses high. Fastball runs the count to a ball and 2 strikes on Rocchio. Rocchio has hit into 9 double plays this season, and he's pretty split down the middle between ground balls and fly balls. With a runner at first and 1 away. Of course, you want that ground ball. Joey Ortiz playing close to the bag at short. 1-2. Misses wide. With the curveball again, and the count runs even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bowie leads 5-3, 7 hits apiece, 1 error for Akron. 2-2 offering. Swinging a pop-up out to right field. Just on the top half of the bat, and John Rhodes doesn't have to move too much. Angles to his left probably about 20 feet and makes the catch. Very simple can of corn, and there's 2 gone for Brian Lavastida. Griffin McClarty is on one of the best runs for really any individual Bowie pitcher this season right now. We might chat with him a little bit soon and just kind of get his thoughts onto what's been such a good run for him. Because when you include his first inning, McClarty has fired 11 2/3 consecutive scoreless innings for Bowie. First pitch to Lavastida is a half swing and rolled slowly to short. Ortiz scoops and throws to first in time. A 6-3 putout. That's 12 2/3 consecutive scoreless for McClarty. A great run for the right-hander. And we're on to the 8th. Bowie leads 5-3. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service, and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
If you own or operate a building or facility, or if you're a general contractor that is located or operates in the D.C. area, there is no doubt that it is important for you to have the best trained and most qualified people working for you. Members of Steamfitters UA Local 602 provide the highest level of HVAC, mechanical, and specialty piping services to the various customers we serve. For more information about the services we provide and for a list of companies you can hire, please visit steamfitters-602.org.
Well, Fans on the Green Incorporated is celebrating 25 years of providing custom lawn care and pest control programs. Enjoy the outdoors this summer while it lasts. Go to onthegreeninc.com or call 410-695-0444. As we move on to the 8th inning here in Akron, Bowie leading 5-3. Randy LeBout will take over for the Rubber Ducks as Akron makes their 3rd pitching change. LeBout replaces Aaron Pinto, who fired 2 innings, allowed 1 run on 3 hits with 2 strikeouts and a walk. RBI single by Joey Ortiz in the 7th inning made it a 5-3 game, and now LeBout will come on to face 7, 8, and 9 in the Bowie lineup. John Rhodes leads off. First pitch in, and it's popped foul right side. Count opens up at 0-1. Well, first impression of Labout, he's got a very animated delivery. It's almost cartoonish in nature, the way he quickly snaps himself to each individual motion. He holds set very conservatively, and then his front leg, he throws it back by probably about 2 feet. The 0-1 misses up and away, and the count runs even at a ball and a strike. Throws it back to plant it, then kicks it high up in the air, well above his waist, near his chest, and then he'll finally deliver. It all comes at you very quickly, and you don't expect it from his early conservative stance. As the 1-1 pitch misses inside, a curveball runs the count to 2 balls and a strike, I should say, on Rhodes. 0 for 3 day for Rhodes. He flew out to right field in the 2nd inning, hit into a force out in the 3rd, and struck out looking back in the 6th. Labout holds for quite some time. The 2-1. Swing and a miss, maybe a piece, but into the mid of the catcher, and the count runs to 2-2. Randy Labout, a 6'1", 205-pound, 25-year-old left-hander from Tampa, Florida. 35th round draft selection in 2019 from Arizona. Fires the 2-2 to Rhodes, and it's checked on in the dirt. Rhodes pulled back in time, and the count runs full. Labout this season has made 8 appearances for Akron. He's gone 1-1 with a 7.71 ERA in 14 innings. 15 strikeouts, 12 walks. He's allowed 1 home run. He fires the payoff to Rhodes, and it's swung on and missed down for strike 3. Curveball, and Labout opens his day with a strikeout. 8th overall for Akron pitching. And now here's Maverick Hanley on a 1 for 3 day. Single in the 6th inning, taken out on a force. Labout shakes off a couple. Finally delivers, and it's a curveball, misses high. Count starts out at 1-0. As Bowie leads 5-3 here in the 8th inning. If they can hold on, it would be their 9th consecutive win. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss, curveball inside, and it's 1-1. 8 straight wins is already the longest active streak in minor league baseball. It's tied for the longest streak in all of baseball. Los Angeles Dodgers have won each of their last 8 games, and they don't play until 10 o'clock tonight. 1-1. Line drive out toward left field. Tough read at first by Quinton Holmes, but it's right to him, so it doesn't matter too much. He steps to his right by probably about 10 feet. And there's 2 away. Yeah, the Dodgers are just jumping into the next stratosphere at this point, as they demolished San Francisco and just eviscerated San Diego. Here's Toby Welk, first pitch. Welk watches a curveball called for strike in the lower inside corner. It's 0-1. Number 9 batter is 0 for 2 on the day. He walked and scored in the 3rd inning. Hit into a force out in the 6th inning. Next pitch. This is down, and the count runs even at a ball and a strike. Meanwhile, the big league club is having a back-and-forth day in their Toronto series as the next pitch is called a strike in the lower outside corner. It's 1-2. But Baltimore is holding on right now in the top of the 6th. 3-2. Kyle Bradish tossed well as the 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed in the dirt. Welk will hustle up the line, but the throw is going to beat him as Lavastida had a handle on it the entire time. 1-2-3 inning for Randy Labout. Features a pair of strikeouts. And as we go to the bottom of the 8th, Bowie still leads 5-3. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to Baysox.com.
From bug bites to burns, fevers to flu, and bruises to broken bones, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Home half of the 8th inning here in Akron as Bowie still manages a 5-3 edge. They dip into the bullpen for the second time today as Griffin McClarty finishes with 2 strong innings of relief. He'll earn a hold. 2 scoreless for McClarty with no hits, only 1 walk and 2 strikeouts. Clayton McGinnis takes over for Bowie as Micah Prees, John Kenzie Noel, and Chris Roller will bat 4, 5, and 6 in the Akron lineup, starting with a lefty. Prees 1 for 3, singled in the 5th inning. Got left at first base, and they've got a decent shift on for him. First pitch, misses up and away, a fastball from McGinnis, and the count starts out at 1-0. Clayton McGinnis, 6'1", 180-pound right-hander, now drafted free agent, signed in 2019. Went to Wichita State, fires the 1-0, and it's fouled off a piece back to the screen. Runs the count even and a ball and a strike. McGinnis this season for Bowie has made 12 appearances. He's gone 1-0 with a 5.87 ERA, 15 1/3 innings, 11 strikeouts, 6 walks. He's allowed 2 home runs. As the 1-1 comes through, and it's in the zone, a called strike, lower outside corner. It's 1-2. But don't let those numbers deceive you. Since the midseason break, the All-Star break, McGinnis has been great for Bowie. He's earned 3 saves in his last 4 outings. As the 1-2 pitch comes home, and it's swung on and missed for strike 3. Curveball dangles down and inside. McGinnis opens his relief appearance with a strikeout. That's 10 punch-outs on the day for Bowie pitching. So now here's John Kenzie Noel. They'll move the shift onto the other side of the infield for the right-hander. Noel, a very wide and deep stance. He's pretty much covering the entire batter's box as the first pitch is swung on and missed. The slider down and away. It's 0-1. I didn't catch that at first. He's got his back foot up against the back line of the batter's box, and his front foot is so far out it's probably only 2 inches shy from the front line toward the mound. The 0-1 pitch. Line foul, third base side. He went ahead on that curveball, and it runs the count to 0-2. McGinnis recently wrapped up a 6-inning scoreless streak when he did give up a solo home run to Omar Merahildo against Harrisburg last week, but his only appearance against the Senators was still a save. That was the 5-4 win for Bowie. As the 0-2 is swung on and missed for strike 3. Slider down and away, and McGinnis punches out the first 2. 11 strikeouts for the Baysox staff this evening. As now Chris Roller will bat. But that was the first 2-inning performance for Clayton McGinnis in quite some time. He's not normally been a longer reliever for Bowie. As the first pitch to Roller is swung on and missed down. Breaking ball, and it's 0-1. But then again, I'd said the same thing about Griffin McClarty. He'll only take an inning every now and then, and he ate up 2 quick innings in the 6th and 7th. A 1 pitch, half swing, and did that hit him? Or did that hit the knob of the bat? I think it hit the knob of the bat and hit off of Maverick Hanley. So the home plate umpire calls for time, allows Hanley to catch his breath, and he'll hand deliver some baseballs out to McGinnis. And Hanley might have jammed his finger. He's got the glove off. That's his left hand. And he's got the glove off. And now he's just holding it out for Bowie to come take a look at. Manager Kyle Moore is out. The athletic trainer Lindsey Birchfield is out as well. And I just feel bad for Hanley. He's such a tough customer. Hurt his shoulder just very slightly while sliding in on a triple in the first inning on Sunday against Harrisburg, and he sat out the second half of that game after continuing for another couple of innings. Fortunately, that was his glove hand, but yeah, it definitely jammed it a little bit. But a chance here for McGinnis to strike out the side. The 0-2 pitch. Slider down and away, and the count runs to a ball and 2 strikes. As Bowie leads 5-3 here in the bottom of the 8th, they'll have one last chance to add some insurance with the top of the lineup set to bat in the 9th. 1-2 pitch. Popped foul. First base side out of play. That one just hits off the hand of a fan on the suite level. That's going to get some groans. You had your chance, buddy. You blew it. Oh, poor fella. So that's why sometimes you got to bring the glove to the game. People rag on adults when they bring gloves to the game. I don't care. McGinnis tries again. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Clayton McGinnis strikes out the side in the 8th. A dominant start to his relief outing. We're on to the 9th here at Canal Park. Bowie leads 5-3. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Celebrate your Chesapeake pride on Friday, August 19th as the Baysox host Maryland's Baytoberfest at Prince George's Stadium. All things Maryland presented by Royal Farms with an upcoming special Baytoberfest beer stein and ticket package available. And with a big chance to celebrate all things Maryland, it wouldn't be complete without your very own Maryland flag-designed Baysox hat with Adley Rutschman and his number 35 patched on the side. It's the Maryland Baytoberfest and the Adley Rutschman hat giveaway Friday, August 19th at Prince George's Stadium. So get your tickets at baysox.com.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that will bring your baseball memories to life. Connect with events that have shaped and changed the game and our country. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org. See you in Cooperstown, where the journey becomes legend.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Well, the bullpens are firing now as we move on to the 9th inning here at Canal Park in Akron. Perfect 8th for both sides. Randy LeBout struck out a pair. Clayton McGinnis one-upped him and struck out the side in the bottom of the 8th to send this game on to the 9th. Bowie leading 5-3. First pitch to Connor Norby is swung on and missed down and away, and the count starts out at 0-1. They didn't stop playing the music. I'm not even sure why the home plate umpire let the pitch get thrown. Count starts out at 0-1. The umpire finally realized and turned around and was about to tell them to shut it off. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Norby. Swinging a knuckle out toward deep right field. Noel is ranging back, curling to the warning track, and has a beat on it. He makes the catch while still backpedaling slightly, and Norby is probably going to finish his day 0 for 5. Now here's Colton Kauser. Double and a run scored for Bowie in the 7th inning. That was an insurance run for now. Hope it stays that way for the Baysox, as you don't want it to be the game's winning run, as Bowie will most likely stick with Clayton McGinnis in the bottom of the 9th. First pitch, Kauser swings and misses on a high fastball from LeBout. It's 0-1. Yeah, no action in the Bowie bullpen. We've got nice bullpens at this ballpark. Very major league style, the way that they're designed out past right center field, the 0-1. Misses wide from LeBout, and it's a ball and a strike. You've got the home bullpen at field level, closest to the wall, and then up by about 5 feet. You've got the away bullpen just directly behind the road bullpen. They're right next to each other. 1-1. Called a strike in the lower outside corner. Kauser Not a fan of the call as the count runs to a ball and 2 strikes. Third base still plays in on the baseline as LeBout, with that animated delivery, sends home the 1-2. They were looking for down and away, and it definitely went down and away. Got pretty far out. And runs the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Joey Ortiz on deck. He's already reached safely 3 times today. The 2-2. Poked at, up the third base line. A floater falls in for a hit. That wasn't the prettiest of base hits. A curveball down and away, but Cowser just stuck his bat out there. And boy, he has been so great at making that contact on pitches when he needs to. Finds himself into a single. Another multi-hit game for Colton Cowser. That's already his 12th this season. A 1-out single gives Joey Ortiz a potential opportunity. Massive hole on the right side of the infield. First pitch. Ortiz watches a called strike. Fastball hits the top half of the zone, and it's 0-1. Ortiz flew out to right field in the first inning, and that's the only time he's been put out today. Walked and scored in the third, walked in the fifth, drove in Cowser with a single in the 7th inning. 0-1 pitch. Ortiz swings through a curveball outside, and the count runs to 0-2. As Bowie leads 5-3 here in the 9th inning, trying to win their 9th consecutive game. Pickoff throw to first. Left-hander on the mound, so you're not going to get too gutsy with your leadoffs, your secondary leads, and even your stolen base attempts. Bowie has just not been a stolen base team this year. Colton Cowser has only attempted 2, and he's been caught once. Takes a decent secondary lead, though, and the 0-2 pitch comes in. Ortiz flails at it outside for strike 3. Back pick is laid. That was just kind of a toss from Brian Lavastida. He wanted to see if Cowser wasn't paying attention. But Ortiz strikes out swinging. That's already the 3rd punch out for LeBout, and the 2nd out here in the 9th inning. 10 strikeouts overall for Akron pitching, as Hudson Haskin will step in. Haskin 1 for 4. First pitch, breaking ball, a piece into the mid of the catcher. It's 0-1 to start. Haskin reached on an error on what could have been an infield single back in the 2nd inning. But he singled to drive in a run in the 3rd inning, no doubt about that base hit. And he scored on Cesar Prieto's 3-run home run. That made it a 4-2 game, and that's been the difference maker so far as Bowie leads 5-3. 0-1 pitch, misses high, and the count runs even at a ball and a strike. And you can tell Bowie is still not too concerned about stolen bases because even as LeBout had kicked for that offering, Cowser was still leaning back to first base, not thinking too much about second. 1-1. Haskin swings through a curveball down, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now. In the bottom of the 9th, it will be the bottom 3 in the Akron lineup. With Schneemann, Holmes, and Lopez, that trio is a combined 0 for 9 today with 5 strikeouts. Haskin digs back in with a runner at first, 2 away here in the top of the 9th. A 1-2 count as LeBout is trying to strand that runner. Pitch home. Curveball misses down and inside, and the count runs to 2 balls and 2 strikes on Haskin. Outfield playing straight up, infield a little bit on the pull side, but the shortstop deep on the grass. Here's the 2-2. Popped foul behind home plate. This one hanging up, but it's just too far past Lavastida. It didn't get high enough. It fell in fair. Well, fell into the field of play, I should say. It fell in, and Lavastida could have gotten there if it just hung up high enough. That one was just so low off of the bat that there was really no chance for Lavastida. So it holds the count even at 2. as Labout sets. Again, a very conservative set as he faces a little bit toward right field. Another 2-2 pitch. Misses high, a fastball. So Cowser will get a head start at first base. Let's see if they continue to hold him on. Micah Prees will step off of first slightly. And there goes Cowser. The payoff is swung on and belted out toward left center field. This one falling and getting there. Closing the gap fast, Chris Roller. Roller has had some excellent range in center field tonight, taking away a handful of base hits. Strands a runner at first. And as we go to the bottom of the ninth, Clayton McGinnis looks to wrap up a 6-out save. Bowie leads 5-3. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
Most people don't know what a steam fitter is. More importantly, what we do and how much it impacts you. Just take a moment to think about what your world would look like if you didn't have the ability to generate electricity, to have heating or air conditioning, microchip production, internet service, web-based storage, cellular service, and frozen or refrigerated produce. Could you imagine? And these are just some of the things that we impact. Please visit steamfitters-602.org and let's talk about how we can bring value to you.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Well, as always, I am so glad that you've taken the time out of your evening to stop by. And boy, oh boy, you've picked another great game to tune in for. Matt Sabatis with you from Canal Park in Akron. Thank you so much for joining as Bowie leads 5-3 into the bottom of the ninth inning, trying to wrap up their ninth consecutive win. As Clayton McGinnis takes over for his second inning of relief. He struck out the side in the eighth, and he'll face 7, 8, and 9 here in the ninth. First pitch to Daniel Schneemann, the left-hander, is swung on in line to right field for a base hit. One bounce in front of John Rhodes, and the first base runner against McGinnis, the first base hit for Akron since Micah Prees had a 2-out single in the fifth inning against Drew Rahm. Schneemann has his first base hit of the day, the first time he's reached safely. Entering this inning, the 7, 8, and 9 batters for Akron were a combined 0 for 9 with 5 strikeouts. So now here's Quentin Holmes. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. First pitch, and Holmes watches fastball miss low. It's 1-0 to start. Can't be too careful. This does represent a tying run. Holmes, though, in his 6 games with Akron, has hit it on the ground plenty. He hasn't hit into a double play yet, however, as the next pitch is a slider called for strike. On the bottom edge of the zone, runs the count even at a ball and a strike. Now, the heavy clouds that hovered all day, dropped a bit of rain on us this morning, didn't do too well for the attendance in this game, but it's always been a good fan base as the 1-1 is swung on and missed down and in. Fastball runs the count to a ball and 2 strikes. Sweet Level had a couple of good groups, and they do have a patio out past right center field, a club room. That's doing pretty popular right now. But we're focused on this game. Bowie leads 5-3. The 1-2 swung on and lifted out toward left. Foul ground, sprinting back Ortiz, but it'll get out of play. Ortiz, boy, he made a beeline at that one. It holds the count at a ball and 2 strikes on Holmes, who again still doesn't have any extra base hits with Akron this season. He's only driven in 1 batter, or 1 runner, I should say. Another 1-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Curveball down from McGinnis. That's his 4th strikeout. 13th overall for Baysox pitching. And now Angel Lopez. Well, an inverse to Holmes. Lopez, in his 7 games with Akron, has not hit it on the ground too often. He's not hit into a double play, a ground ball to fly ball rate of only 0.4. First pitch misses down, and it's 1-0 to start. Lopez is 0 for 3, however, with the ground out. He hit it to short back in the 2nd inning, and he has struck out twice since. Runner at first, 1 away in the bottom of the 9th. Bowie leads 5-3. As McGinnis sets out of the stretch, holds at the gut, and fires the 1-0. Swinging a line drive, left center field, base hit. This one a slow liner, though. The runner can't go first to third. It's picked up by Hudson Haskin in left. Schneemann has to stop at second base, but Lopez has a single. And now you really need to be careful. This bottom half of the Akron lineup was deadly silent, but now that they're making a little bit of noise, the top half of the lineup that has made all of the noise in this game has an opportunity to do something. Here's Jose Tena, 1 for 3, a single and a walk. He could be a double play candidate. Plenty of ground balls. First pitch, called a strike, lower outside corner, it's 0-1. But you can't be too careful. Tena has 7 home runs this season, 5 of them at home, and he represents a winning run at this moment. 0-1, swinging a line drive out toward left field, sends Haskin curling back. He changes direction once, but makes the catch. In front of the warning track, he pulls it down, and there's 2 away. But now Brian Rocchio, who's potentially just as dangerous. More so in this game. Rocchio has a pair of base hits and 2 runs scored. 12 home runs this season, 6 of them here at Canal Park. Switch hitter bats lefty. And of his 12 home runs, 10 of them are against right-handers. First and second with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th inning. Bowie leads by 2. First pitch misses under the knees. It's 1-0 to start. McGinnis has fired 3 first pitch balls out of the 5 batters he's faced in this inning. He looks back, runner at second, fires the 1-0, and it's grounded foul off of the batter. Home plate umpire quick to react on it. Well done there. And before we close the broadcast, it is Crew Chief Louis Krupa's birthday today, so happy birthday. Break the tension somehow, I suppose. But it's a ball and a strike now on Rocchio. He flew out to right field his last time up. Outfield playing no doubles defense right now. They're as deep as they've been all night. 1-1 pitch. Bounced foul, first base side, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now. Bowie on the cusp of winning their 9th consecutive game. Trying to lean on the bullpen that has been rock solid for 6 straight weeks. McGinnis sets first and second with 2 outs. The 1-2 pitch misses wide. Curveball outside runs the count even at 2. A pair of singles has the tying run at first base, but McGinnis 1 strike away from closing the day. The 2-2 pitch, fouled off, back to the screen. Fastball on the outside half, and Rocchio was just a bit too far under it. As McGinnis will try again on the 6th pitch of the plate appearance. He's trying to log his 4th save in his last 5 appearances for Bowie. but it's still a winning run at the plate. Another 2-2 pitch. Misses high. A fastball at 94 runs the count full. So the runners will get a head start here. That tying run at first will get a jump. As Bowie leads by 2, with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th, McGinnis sets at the chin, drops to the waist. The payoff pitch. Popped him up foul, third base side. Prieto sprints after it, but it's well out of play. Probably gets around 6 rows deep. And McGinnis will have to fight for another one. This will be the 8th pitch of the plate appearance. Rocchio trying to play hero. McGinnis trying to slam the door shut. He sets once more. The 3-2 pitch. Swinging a piece just off the top of the wood, and it goes back to the screen. Rocchio won't go down. If you lose track of him here, Brian Lavastida would bat. He has not had an opportunity with the bases loaded yet this season. But Lavastida is 1 for 3. He does have a run driven in. First and second in a 2-run game. Bottom of the 9th with 2 outs. The 3-2. Swinging a line drive, floated out to right field. It's a base hit. This might tie the game. Holding at third as it's picked in right field, however. Angel Lopez will stop there. An RBI single for Brian Rocchio makes it 5-4. The tying run is 90 feet away. The winning run is at first base. And Brian Lavastida will step up. Just a floating line drive. Rocchio, a 3-hit day. He doesn't want to stop. Can you blame him? But now here comes Josh Conway, as Bowie does not have any breathing room now. The entire infield will converge. Outfielders will probably play deep for the next batter, Lavastida. And it seemed like a good sequencing for Clayton McGinnis there. A breaking ball down and inside, just something off speed. But that's where Akron's gotten a lot of their hits tonight, just little floaters. They know their ballpark. Ball doesn't roll too quickly on the grass, and it helps them out. So now Lavastida, who's 1 for 3, he drew a walk in the first inning and scored, drove in a run in the 5th inning. That was the last run for Akron until Rocchio just picked up the single here. Hanley will direct the defense very quickly behind home plate. The entire Bowie bullpen is on their feet as a right-hander tosses. The first pitch, swing and a miss. He tried to pull back on a slider down and away, but the home plate umpire rings him up. 0-1 to start on Lavastida. Akron has an arm tossing as well, should this game extend into the 10th. The 0-1. Curveball misses under the knees, and the count runs even at a ball and a strike. Bowie leads 5-4 here in the bottom of the 9th inning. First and third with 2 outs. Akron has done plenty of damage with 2 outs tonight. The 1-1. Check swing, a slider down and away, he didn't go. Count goes to 2-1. All 4 Akron runs have scored with 2 outs tonight. Bowie has been so good in 1-run games in the second half. Akron's been pretty good in them too. The 2-1. Swinging a foul. Hits off of home and goes back to the screen. Second consecutive batter for Clayton McGinnis, down to a final strike. But now instead of a full count, it's just a 2-2 count. First and third with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. Bowie ahead by 1. The 2-2 pitch. Swinging a floater out toward right field, and it's down for a base hit. This game is tied. Runner goes first to third, and a bullet in from John Rhodes misses. Winning run is at third base, and McGinnis has blown the save. Now, Bowie's been playing the no doubles defense, and it burned them on back-to-back batters. Strategically, it's been the right play, and you can't blame them for it, but you're still going to be frustrated by it. 4 hits in the inning for Akron. All 5 of their runs have come with 2 outs, and now Bowie has to try for extra innings. But now Mike Capri steps in with a winning run at third base, and McGinnis will not face him. As McGinnis blows the save, a new pitcher will come in. We'll tell you about it in just a second. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Hey kids, the Baysox Futures Club is the best way to be a fan of the Baysox, and it's completely free for kids ages 3 through 12. Futures Club members get access to special members-only events, discount ticket offers, and free gifts for just signing up. Parents, head over to Baysox.com to sign up your kids, so don't miss out on all the promotions and giveaways at Prince George's Stadium this season and next. The Baysox Futures Club. Sign up now at Baysox.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Well, the bullpen that had been so reliable since the start of July. I had to imagine a snare was likely at some point. It's just so unfortunate to have it happen, as Bowie was 1 strike away twice from extending their winning streak to 9 consecutive games. As Akron has a winning run now at third base when they came into this 9th inning trailing by 2. Clayton McGinnis is done, and he could potentially be a losing pitcher. As his line is not yet closed, runners on board belong to him. McGinnis finished just 1 2/3 innings, allowed 4 hits, and so far 2 runs all earned. He struck out 4 batters, did not walk anyone, didn't allow any home runs. As Easton Lucas takes over for Bowie, he will face off against left-hander Mike Capri. Bowie going with the lefty-lefty matchup. With runners at first and third, still 2 outs. Akron has scored all 5 of their runs with 2 outs tonight. 2 out, 2 RBI single by John Kenzie Noel in the first, 2 out RBI single by Brian Lavastida in the 5th, and consecutive RBI singles with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. As McGinnis blows his 2nd save of the season. And now here's Mike Capri. 1 for 4 day for Capri. He singled in the 5th. First pitch, runner at first takes off. It's swung on and missed low for strike 1. That runner is absolutely worthless in this scenario. The runner at third would win the game for Akron. So defensive indifference as Lavastida moves to second base. But it's 0-1 to start on Capri. As Lucas fires the next, it misses down and inside, and it's 1-1. Easton Lucas, 6'4", 180-pound lefty, traded over from Miami in 2019. 22 appearances, a 2-0 record. The 4.76 ERA, 39 2/3 innings, 43 strikeouts, 21 walks. Winning run at third with 2 outs, the 1-1. Breaking ball in the zone for a called strike, it's 1-2. If Bowie can force the 10th inning now, Hudson Haskin would start the 10th at second base, and Cesar Prieto would lead off. Easton Lucas has not been on the mound for any of Bowie's walk-off losses this season. They've had 8 of them. The 1-2. Swinging a flare left field. This will fall in for a base hit, and Akron wins. The Rubber Ducks score 3 runs with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th and break Bowie's winning streak at 8 games. The Baysox suffer their 9th walk-off loss of the season as they fall tonight 6-5. We'll recap this one with Baysox postgame in just a little bit. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
At Luminous Health, we want you to feel your best. This summer, take the time to catch up on your annual health screenings. Visit us at our Anne Arundel Medical Center, Doctors Community Medical Center, or one of our primary care offices in your neighborhood. At Luminous Health, you are the MVP. Learn more at luminoushealth.org.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
Fielder's Choice Flex Packs with the Bowie Baysox. The best value to see the best games at Prince George's Stadium. You could save up to 30% on your selected seat from day one and enjoy a number of exclusive member benefits, including flexible exchange options, discounts on suite rentals, special access to the Diamond View restaurant, and a free members collectible at your first home game of the year. Get your pack now by calling 301-464-4865 or heading online to baysox.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
It's now time for the Bowie Baysox post-game show. Let's head back to the ballpark with Matt Savanas.
Oh, it's an old adage, all good things must come to an end. That is for certain, and Bowie's winning streak was bound to come to an end at some point. Just seemed to be that it wouldn't be in as frustrating of a fashion as it happened tonight. As we get rolling with Baysox postgame here from Canal Park in Akron, Bowie suffers their 9th walk-off loss of the season in spectacular fashion, as they allow 3 runs to score with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th inning and lose 6-5 when they were 1 strike away twice from picking up a 1-run or 2-run winner. As we get rolling here from Canal Park, we'll recap this game in full, as much as it might hurt to do so, and then look around the Eastern League, see how this loss is going to hurt Bowie in the standings, and it doesn't seem like things will go too well for them when the night closes. As we recap, we go back in time to the faraway land of 6:36 p.m. when first pitch came home from Jaime Arias to Connor Norby. It was a strike, and Arias would eventually work a 1-2-3 inning. In the bottom of the first, Drew Rahm gave up a single and a stolen base to Brian Rocchio and a walk to put 2 runners on quickly with only 1 out. After a ground out put both runners into scoring position, John Kenzie Noel gave Akron the early edge. As the 2-2 is swung on and floated into center field, a base hit. Just a little sawed-off piece in on the hands. It'll score 2 runs. Rocchio and Lavastida both round and score. John Kenzie Noel a 2 RBI single, and it's 2-0 Akron here in the first. Rahm would get out of the inning with a strikeout, his first of the day, and in the top of the second, Bowie did get 2 quick runners on base. Hudson Haskin reached on an error to open the frame, and then Cesar Prieto laid down his trademark bunt single, but after that, Bowie went down in order, a pop out in foul territory, and then back-to-back flyouts as the Baysox were still held empty. In the bottom of the second, though, Rahm was quickly working again. He retired the side on just 9 pitches, and fortunately, he was able to work from there into the third inning, in which Bowie was able to give him a little bit of breathing room. Because after Toby Welk led off the third inning with a walk, Connor Norby and Colton Cowser were quickly dispatched, but then Joey Ortiz drew another walk, and Hudson Haskin got Bowie on the board. Bowie doesn't necessarily do that too much. 1-1. And Haskin floats it past the umpire and into left center field, a base hit. This will score Welk. Ortiz will go to second. A 2-out RBI single for Hudson Haskin, and Bowie is on the board. It's 2-1 with the tying run now in scoring position. Bowie was definitely not done in that half inning. 2-out base hits, I guess, were the key in this series because Cesar Prieto came up and belted one for Bowie. That was his 25th pitch, and the next offering is smoked out toward deep right center field, sends Roller on the run. He's stopping at the wall, and this one is gone! Cesar Prieto says goodbye. A 3-run home run off of the batter's eye, and Bowie leads 4-2. His third home run of the season. So a big blast for Prieto to jump Bowie ahead by 2 runs. And it would sit that way for quite some time until the bottom of the 5th inning when Ram started to run into a snag. He was starting to strike out batters, struck out 4 consecutive at one point, but then gave up a string of singles, including this base hit by Brian Lavastida. As the next offering is floated up the middle, a base hit. This is going to score the run as Cowser picks it and fires back to the infield. The throw is late. An RBI single for Brian Lavastida, and it's 4-3 Bowie. So Bowie was only up by 1 at this point. Things were definitely looking a little bit dicey, but fortunately Ram was able to finish out the 5th and set himself up in line for a win. And Bowie did give him a little bit of insurance to maybe earn that win, as in the 7th inning, Joey Ortiz picked up an RBI single, driving in Colton Cowser and extending his hitting streak to 16 consecutive games. But as Clayton McGinnis came on for the 8th inning and struck out the side, it looked like Bowie was going to be fine. But in the 9th, leadoff single by Daniel Schneemann on the first pitch of the frame. That set up a bit of a sour taste in Bowie's mouth. As the tying run came to the plate, Quentin Holmes struck out. Angel Lopez, however, singled to left field and put Schneemann at second base. Tying run on base, winning run at the plate. Jose Tena flew out and no one went anywhere, but Bowie was 1 out away from picking up the win. It wasn't meant to happen for some reason, as Brian Rocchio stepped up and drove in 1 run. Bottom of the 9th with 2 outs. The 3-2. Swinging a line drive, floated out to right field. It's a base hit. This might tie the game. Holding at third as it's picked in right field, however. Angel Lopez will stop there. An RBI single for Brian Rocchio makes it 5-4. Bowie still just needed 1 quick out. Clayton McGinnis, for the 2nd consecutive batter, was 1 strike away from picking up the save, but Brian Lavastida still wouldn't let it happen. The 2-2 pitch. Swinging a floater out toward right field, and it's down for a base hit. This game is tied. Runner goes first to third, and a bullet in from John Rhodes misses. Winning run is at third base, and McGinnis has blown the save. He blew the save, and after Bowie made a pitching change, the next batter served him up the loss. The 1-2. Swinging a flare left field. This will fall in for a base hit, and Akron wins. The Rubber Ducks score 3 runs with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th and break Bowie's winning streak at 8 games. The Baysox suffer their 9th walk-off loss of the season as they fall tonight 6-5. So your final box score: Bowie scores 5 runs on 8 hits with no errors. They left on 8. Akron scores 6 runs on 12 hits with 1 error. They also left on 8. Randy LeBout is the winning pitcher. He moves to 2-1 on the season, as Clayton McGinnis is the losing pitcher. He falls to 1-1. No save, as the game was played in 2 hours and 59 minutes in front of a paid attendance at Canal Park in Akron of 2,931. With the loss, Bowie falls back to 500 on the season, 51-51. Their 8-game winning streak is over, as Bowie now falls to 23-29 on the road and 16-20 in games decided by 1 run. It is the 9th walk-off loss of the season for Bowie, and the 2nd consecutive walk-off loss in which Bowie went into the 9th, leading the game, as Akron picks up the win and moves to 56-45 on the season, a 4-game winning streak for the Ducks, as they're now 30-22 at home, 17-16 when playing in front of the home crowds at Canal Park. Bowie falls to 24-9 in the second half of the year, as Akron improves to 16-16 in the second half. How this loss for Bowie affects their standings in the Southwest Division, we'll see in just a little bit. As we step aside now, we return in a moment and get you a look at some of the scoreboards around the EL. We're back after this. You're listening to Baysox Postgame.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the D.C. area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
Well, it's the night that all Orioles fans should have circled on their calendar. Sunday, August 21st, when the Baysox celebrate Birdland. We know you're already loud and proud at Prince George's Stadium, but you don't want to miss this game, as the Baysox will be giving away special mystery autographed items from the 2022 team. The first 750 fans ages 3 and up will receive a mystery autographed item, so be sure to get your tickets fast. Sunday, August 21st, the Birdland celebration. Go to Baysox.com.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
We're back one final time here from Canal Park in Akron following Bowie's 9th walk-off loss of the season as the Baysox fall 6-5. They led 5-3 with 2 outs in the 9th inning. Very tough day for Bowie. And how that affects them in the Eastern League standings is still yet to be seen, because as we look around the Eastern League, there's only one game left in action, and it's the game that actually matters for Erie in terms of whether they lose ground or stay at level in the Southwest Division. Erie and New Hampshire are going back and forth right now. It was all Erie at one point, 5-0 at the halfway point of that game, but New Hampshire has put on 6 runs against Erie, just putting on 2 additional runs. It's 7-6 going into the top of the 9th inning, as New Hampshire will try to walk it off themselves over at Delta Dental Stadium. Rest of the league has gone final. Somerset over Hartford 3-1. Altoona shuts out Binghamton 6-0. Reading demolished Harrisburg thanks to a massive 9th inning. They put on 9 runs. 13-2 the final in that one. And Portland, they walked off Richmond themselves today at Hadlock Field. 2 runs in the bottom of the 10th inning to win 5-4. Around the Orioles organization, everyone else still in action except for Aberdeen. The Ironbirds put on a late attempt at Hudson Valley but couldn't get anywhere as they fell 3-2 today. Delmarva trails Carolina 6-5 into the bottom of the 8th inning. Delmarva had a 3-0 lead and a 5-2 lead at one point, but they still trail by 1. Norfolk is getting a good offensive day. Jordan Westberg had another home run for AAA as they lead Rochester 11-4 right now. But again, the score we care about most on this production is that of Bowie's, and sad to say, it just was a bit frustrating as Bowie sees their 8-game winning streak come to a close this evening on a 6-5 walk-off loss, their 9th walk-off loss of the season. Bowie and Akron will go back at it tomorrow as the Baysox try to start a new win streak and maybe even up the start of this 7-game series. Garrett Stallings will get going for Bowie, and Gavin Williams will start for Akron. Stallings 5-8 with a 6.95 ERA. Williams 1-3 with a 1.98 ERA. 6:35 first pitch for that one, which means a DCA Imaging Systems pregame show of 6:15. For now, though, we say so long. Matt Sabatis with you from Canal Park, saying thank you so much for stopping by this evening as Bowie falls to Akron 6-5. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thanks for listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. We hope you enjoyed today's game, and join us next time for another exciting broadcast coming up soon. This has been a presentation of the Bowie Baysox.